Hi everybody, welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us and happy, let's see, is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Glad you're with us today. We've got a special show. It's going to be 3 incredible hours. There are so many special headlines tonight. First of all, Paraiba at one of the biggest values we've ever had. Second of all, Blue Wing Black D at one of the biggest values we've ever had. And also a new turquoise. We have not seen turquoise in quite some time. We got a beautiful sleeping beauty. So it's time to, forget the sleeping. We're gonna stay awake and stay alert because we've got quite the show. Mostly one of a kinds as usual. So get on the lines when you see something you love. It's all about jewelry here, but it's also about value. So we like to bring you the very best of all of that. So quality, value, and let me tell you, not always in that order. It's going to be a crazy night. We've got so many special pieces, including, you know, the big Tanzanite bracelet we have in platinum. Have you seen this with the 3 big Tanzanites with all the solid platinum, 5 carats in diamonds? Well, that's got a new markdown. So there are, maybe out of all the museum meltdowns we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, there are the biggest and best meltdown prices we've seen. It's basically one last shot, one last chance to get in on your favorites before they get taken apart. So it's a really good night to be with us for the 3 hours. We've really loaded the show with a lot of those specials, plus of course the brand new that I mentioned at the top of the hours. And there's also going to be a very affordable pair of coral earrings. So if you love the coral, make sure you stay with me for that. Also a new diamond band ring that's going to be a little bit more detailed and heavy gold weight than we sometimes see. And we also have really spectacular pendants, brooches, bracelets, earrings, you name it, we got it. Now if you have any requests, get those in. We're always happy to help you out with those. We would love nothing more. Sheila, I know you were asking about a kunzite that we had the other day. So we actually have that if you're ready, 11.5 carats in emerald cut. So Sheila, whenever you're ready, give us a call. I like to wait and make sure I know you're there so that we don't accidentally, inadvertently sell your piece to somebody else. So we got an exciting day. Actually, we've got a great way to start. So it's going to be our cat's eye that's coming up here first. It's our cat's eye Chrysoberyl. And I wish, we're going to tell you all the details as we always do, but I wish you could feel it because it's so heavy, partly in due to the fact that it's got a platinum mounting. So take a look at this one. Come on over and see what you think of this really special piece here, where you do have this fabulous large cat's eye in the Chrysoberyl, but it's all set in platinum, and you see one of the most vibrant. I actually think that this is really the best cat's eye we've had here. Between 4930 is the item number, but it's also about the carat weight. It's about this really beautiful round shape that it's got, and then you also have very important diamonds that we added to it. So all of this is going to be one great value. You know, we start the show off right? So it's always good to be here right at the beginning because we've got something very special. Platinum, carat 94, 50 points in diamonds. Might I add 2 very big stones there individually in the pear shapes, one on each side. So you see there, it's going to be the 2 bigger pairs, and then the rest is going to be the round brilliants that really frame the entirety of the piece here. It gives you a little bit of that 3 stone, but then framing it all the way around. So how about a big value to start? Because that's what we're going to do all night long. So I figure we better start off right so that I can show you exactly what's going to be happening throughout our Wednesday evening. So this is really an important time to dial in. If you have a favorite, that's what you do. The second you see it and you love it, you call in, given that we're not like other places where we have tens of thousands or even a couple of quantity. It's just really, really limited. So let's get this one at home for you. It started at $39.99, as it should. I wish you could feel it and feel the weight and feel the presence it has. Let me also show you the inside and how that's going to be finished as far as that platinum going and really creating a beautiful way that you've got that under gallery. Now, here's what it looks like out of 5.5 right now. Ooh, look at that. See, I'm telling you, it is really, I think, the strongest cat's eye we've ever had. And being like so many other stones, we talk about opals that do this. We talk about emeralds that do this, where they're a little less dense and they look a little larger. This definitely looks a lot larger than a carat 94, and that's going to be a function of the cabochon cutting that you need to see that chatoyant effect. So are you ready? We got one. It's going to be a fabulous value, and we're going to take it way down below $39 and even half that price at $19.99. Not good enough. There's something special. We know it's a phenomenal stone. We know it's got great durability as well. Let's keep that in mind. Great durability at 8.5. So it's not like it's a stone you have to baby at all. Just because it's rare and exotic doesn't mean I'm going to put it on a shelf and maybe just admire it from afar. No, you wear this thing. You live in it. You've got the platinum, the diamonds, and we're going to make it $999 to start the show off so right. And when you feel it, I think that's the most impressive thing about, you know, there's an expectation we have here for quality. I touched on that earlier. It's all about quality, otherwise we don't bring it. But that's the thing, is that you expect maybe solid gold can still be in a lot of different ways right now, right? Any little bit of gold is going to be expensive and valuable just because of where gold's at. Well, we are taking you up to platinum here. We are giving you an incredible density. Of course, that we know platinum has automatically, but you do have that very important heavier weight with that wider band. And just again, having the opulence of seeing something that's going to be really beautifully done as far as just, you know, again, bringing it to life, giving it that big foundation and surface of your platinum where all those diamonds and of course that center stone is set. So that will be one only, $9.99. We'll give it 30 seconds, then we're going to be moving on. We do have some necklaces, pendants, and yes, blue zircon lovers, we got you covered. Mahenge spinels are here. I'm so excited about this Tanzanite deal. If you need a new one that is emerald cut, but really everyday wearable style, we have it for you. And I'll tell you, this Tanzanite emerald cut is going to be still, I can't get over it. It's a 5 carat 30, yet it's amazingly priced. So stick around. We'll have that for you. Not to mention there's a wheel, a trio of opals. So that's going to be really, really special. Oh, hi, Pam. Nice to hear from you. It's been a minute. Oh, thanks, Pam, so much. You are so kind. Well, I appreciate you watching, Pam, and I hope all is well out where you are in Arkansas. So thanks for tuning in tonight and for your very kind words. Also, blue sapphire lovers, we have the Cornflower. I know we wrapped up September with a really special deal on sapphires. Do you know that our Cornflower blue from that specialty happened to stick around? Do you remember this one in the bridge with that beautiful true Cornflower color? That one's coming down for you tonight, so we're looking forward to that. Or if you already know you like it, make sure you let us know, because then, and speaking of great colors together, we have so many different colors, but how about all those colors in one? Look at the blues and the greens and the blue greens. And in Tanzanite and Tourmaline, that's an earring. That is one colossal drop style earring that I know you're gonna love. So we'll have that, just a single pair there. Oh, big Paraiba. I'm introducing a 9 carat green Paraiba. It's that beautiful bright lime green. So if you're one of those collectors out there, that's what I've got for you that's brand new. Isn't that a pretty stone? I know, right? That is about as juicy as they get. It's a 9 carat stone, bright as can be. Round Tanzanite is here as well. We've got an 8 carat. We've got a large round as well. It's 13 carat. So I brought out all the best of the rounds. But again, if you want that cat's eye, that's a good one for $9.99. So let's also just carry on. We've got a really special, I've got this important piece here. And you know what? These are going to be fun. We'll just show them to you here. And it says we've got some rose gold here. And these are really cool earrings. They're going to start as a lever back. And aren't they pretty? You know, it's a long time since I've seen rose gold and coral together, and it's really fitting. I think that you've got this great look. Now, diamond free. So in this one, we're giving you more of a casual vibe. The opaque stone, the diamonds are not included here because, again, there's that diamond cutting to that beading, which is interesting. But we have the rose gold. Now, technically, as you're probably noticing, it's a little bit of two-tone. It's actually rose and yellow together. So you've got a little bit of yellow gold for that beaded style right up top. That's almost, think of it as your like little miniature disco ball in gold. But then you have this really important coral drop. It's 111 to 198. We've got a couple pairs, and this is going to be one of, I think it's the only, maybe one of 2 items that I have a little bit of quantity on for you here as we get you going. But this is our really special 8.5 millimeter Mediterranean coral. Love that stone. And of course, this is that high-end variety of coral we love, where it's not just the lighty, the light peachy color that we normally see, the light pink, the light peach, the lighter orangey tone. It's really got that red intensity, which is very special. Think about if ruby could be an opaque stone, which ironically sometimes rubies are opaque, they're just not supposed to be, but you get my drift here. If we were talking about a pure red, but in an opaque variety of gem material, this is so it. But of course, this is just as rare. I mean, we're talking about a stone that's become extremely endangered. I feel like that's a proper term, considering this is an organic gem and it comes from a living organism under the depths of the ocean, and of course the Mediterranean. So you've got that really special moment here where you're getting in on some very unique material, and you've got the 8.5 millimeter beads, and then of course you've got the rose gold for your lever back, the yellow gold right next to that, and of course we've got a couple of pairs, and we're going to try to make them affordable, and they've got a nice little drop, so they're nothing too, you know, it's not going to be that long stiletto style that's going to make them overly dressy. We know that this red color tends to go with absolutely everything, and we love that too. And then there's your wearability as far as 1 inch or so in the drop. I'll pop one on. This is a lever back, so it's really easy, but we did add that little fluted design. So you see, that's not typical. Sometimes we see a pretty straightforward lever back where it's pretty much just plain gold in the front. Here's where you're getting a little more to it. And we're going to make it super affordable right now. I've got one on so you can just see how they look from a distance away as they drape down the ear and really just give you an idea there of what it's all about. So you can really check that out and see that kind of movement that they're going to give you, that beautiful drop they have, and of course the amazing color that they're going to give that really does work with one and everything. And that's the beauty of it. So let's make it really, really affordable for you. We're going to go back to our wheel. We're going to get them under, well, I was thinking under $1,000, but given that we still have a $9.99 cat's eye here that was in platinum, maybe we need to make this all the more affordable. And it's your year-round gemstone. We think about, I don't know if there's anything beyond the red and orange that could be any more year-round appropriate. When you think about, obviously, the summertime months that we're getting out of, right? And how, yes, we know red would be really beautiful and bright and just that happy, cheery color, right? And that casual vibe of that coral. But then you talk about autumnal season, which we're in now, right? Where, you know, leaves are changing, air might feel a little more crisp. We're thinking pumpkins and all that beautiful kind of the coloring of the season. And then, of course, when the doldrums hit, you need that little pop. That's it, right? And then springtime, flowers start to bloom. It's that poppy color that we love, and yet it's just happy and fresh and vibrant. And we're going to make them not even $4.99. There's your half off. What if we went another half off that? Yeah, so that would be 75% off. $9.99, half of that's $4.99, half of that's $2.50. What if we make them even more affordable than $250? Are we still talking about fine jewelry? Are we still talking about gold? Yes, we are. 2 tones of it, no matter. So this is going to be just as they are, but they're actually going less than $250. So this is not something we see in fine jewelry. Like I told you, we're marking everything down. We know this is an important time when we're going to try to make sure that, you know, we got a limited viewership here. We've kind of lost our cable viewers these last couple weeks. So this is where we're really, really trying to bring you some extra values as we really just, again, show you what we can do here, and not $250. And by the way, you can get a couple pairs if you want. So if you want to gift one and keep one, you may. And that's not something we usually have the opportunity to do. So how about this? Better than $250, better than $200. We'll make them $199 a pair. But then we'll need to know how many you'd like, operators, just so we can keep an eye on the quantity, and we'll see them out the door. So that is a beautiful earring. And again, that diamond cutting you have on that gold bead, I mean, it's all really making sense, right? The large coral round, that's not really a bead as much as it is a big old gemstone. I wish I had a carat weight for you. We don't. It's actually measured on the millimeter size here in the diameter. But I would estimate those to be approximately 2 or 3 carats each if you're talking about actually a gemstone weight there. So $199 for the pair. And then did you guys have requests, or just people checking in to say hello, checking in to say where are you, that kind of thing? What's that? Oh, really? It was a Paraiba, actually. Is that the one you're talking about, the big one? Yeah. Did they want to see a little bit more details on it? Yeah. Who was that? Sure. Oh, okay. We just want to make sure they're registered. You know, that's the kind of thing. All right. So here we go. $199. Last call on those. All right. So let me know if you'd like those, and then we'll head out to our fabulous. We're going to get to that cornflower blue sapphire here coming up for you in just a moment. We do have a blue zircon in a pendant. I know how many of you have been asking for one of those. We will bring one to you, and who knows? Maybe we'll do some auctions tonight to really give away some jewelry as well. That's been definitely allowing some big values to happen of late. So yeah, the green Paraibas are best of the best in a large size, and I just want to flash it because this is, I feel like I'm more of a museum curator right now to have something like this, because truly we're talking about something that not a lot of people have to sell. I don't care how high end or where you go or where you love to shop or what the big avenue or street is in your big city nearby where you like to go, but that is not something a lot of folks are going to have, is a Paraiba that is copper bearing, of course, otherwise it wouldn't be Paraiba. It's nearly 9 carats in size. It's an 896. And then you have this extremely large and beautiful bright neon lime color, and it's a cushion cut as well. So then it's stacked with diamonds on the sides. If you love it, well, give us a quick call. We'll help you out. We can give you all the details. It's also an 18 karat gold, and that's actually going to be extremely, extremely affordable, considering what would a 9 carat Paraiba normally go for here? I mean, I've had a 16 karat Paraiba. That one's currently residing in a museum. So here's a 9 carat Paraiba, and we'll just give you all the details on it. It's item number 1125831, and if you want to steal a piece that really you can't put a price tag on. I've been dealing with Paraibas since 2004, so it's been 20 years now, of not just actually offering them, but actually collecting them myself. You know, it's like one of those where, you know, I'm not just a client, but, you know, it's one of those things, right? It's really just about when you're a spokesperson for a stone, that's one thing, but when you actually have the ability to have an enormous collection in your own personal, again, repertoire, that's really exciting. But we know these stones have gone up. We know they're extremely rare. We know all three worldwide mines have closed and shut down. So there's really no hope of getting any more at this point. We know that. And then, of course, you've got this. Let's take a look at it. This beautiful 8-carat 96, and it's got that great size. So, all right, so here is what we're going to do. We're going to give you an 896 and 18-karat gold, and it's going to be that 92 points in the diamonds that are on the sides, 3 big baguettes, round brilliance from there, and we'll make this really affordable for you right now. It's just a one only, so about $17,999, which is kind of a miracle. We've got $60,000 and $70,000 is more appropriate for what we see, and that's why, again, when I mentioned that I'm collecting them as well myself, it's really that, it's that idea that it's a beautiful piece to wear, and that's what's great about jewelry is you can still wear your collectibles, but it's also at the same time something that you cannot really you can't actually replace at this point. So you got to take advantage of them when they're here, and we really do the best of the best when it comes to those values, and we're going to make this one, you know what, send it out right now, not even $99.99. So that's really close to $1,000 a carat, which you would never see, and I realize this may not be the most affordable item of the night. Of course not. We just had $199 earrings. There's nothing that's going to be more affordable than that. They're still here if you'd like to get them. But what's so incredible about this one is that you've got, yeah, it's less than even $8,900, which that puts it already under $1,000 a carat. We're going much lower than that. This has really been priced well before at that $18,000, and to get something like this, that if it's an enormous size and it's got great clarity as this does, and then you take a look at it on the hand as we're about to do right there, and we're going to make this really simple and easy, and it's not going to be $89 or $79.99. It is for just one caller only, and I'll tell you, this is the biggest value I've had in Paraiba in some time, and that's with even a blue-green coming up later, but it's under a carat, what I have for you a little bit later on. So this is the moment. We'll make it $6,999 if you'd like to get it. So a very special stone and a great way to kick off again, what we have all throughout the show and all throughout the evening are always museum pieces that we can bring to you where that really is the essence of. It's not like you can go to a retail store and find it. It's not like you can go see what they're selling for everywhere else. This is the moment to go ahead and grab it. So please do if you like it, $69.99. And we're going to move right along. We got a blue sapphire. I'm going to go ahead and show you the cornflower. And then we've got a fabulous pear-shaped blue zircon pendant. We're going to share that. And the opal wheel coming up at the bottom of the hour, which is only about 14 minutes away. So make sure you stay with us for that. Not to mention Tanzanites are here. 2 big rounds are coming up. Then we'll have the emerald cut that's super affordable for you as well. And a great way to get a 5-carat pluser. And then we're going to show you, let's get to our blue sapphire, because this is one of those for the ages that is a very specific word that's going to make all the difference in the world. There are a million blue sapphires. For some of you who might be more typically seeing them in a more kind of regular standard environment, you might see a very different color blue when you see a sapphire as the label on a tag. And blues can be everything from the lighter blues to also the really, it's actually more common for the blue sapphires to be very dark. Very, very dark, almost black, where they're getting into those, what we call the inky stones, the navy stones. You ever look at that where it's a navy suit and you can't tell, is it black, is it blue? I can't tell. That's a really deep navy color. That's how most blue sapphires are going to be looking. And there's a whole different range and a whole different rarity when you get a stone that actually is the true cornflower. That is one word that actually signifies a very specific tone of color. It's really like a blend of colors, if you ask me. It's more, instead of just blue, it's got the ever so subtle hint of violets to it. Think like an ultraviolet light. That's what it looks like when you see a cornflower blue, a true honest to goodness one, which this is. And you take a look at it and you see that it's got this great size. It's a carat 18 and 1125253. And it's got our carat 18 size with a 1 carat diamond weight as well. And so that's going to be in the bridge mounting you see where they go all the way underneath. You see the double row that goes underneath from one side to the other. Then on top of that is that halo with that cornflower blue. And we're going to make this really affordable right now. So huge value. One caller takes it, $49.99. It will not be. This is a major moment for you. And of course, we just did bring it down at the end of September. If you were with me, I mean, this is the same ring. So I am am not hesitant to tell you about, just truly, honestly, this was a big part of a wheel that we did on a major sapphire sale where it was the end of September and we wanted to blow out some really exotic sapphires. Well, this is the one that you've heard of, maybe more so than padparashas and exotic oranges and yellows and lavenders and violets, but at the same time, it's very specific. When you get a blue that is cornflower, it usually goes up about 90% in value from your standard blues. So keep that in mind. On that sale event, we had it for $22.99. Today, and there were some of you thinking about it and talking about it then. That was on the course of our last weekend together on Saturday, just a few days ago. This is coming down even lower right here, right now, so that you don't have to pay $22.99. The beautiful part about this is it's going to be significantly less. It's only one. We can change the gold color for you. So this is really, it's a big moment. It really is. It's not going to be $2,000 or $19.99. So there is already $300 of savings off of a huge sale event price that I just brought you all of, 3 days ago? And now it's going to be even less than that. This is why you dial in. It's September's birthstone. We know that, but it's also a color that really goes with everything, works with everybody's wardrobe, is one of the beloved and most popular to get in a collection, and yet great durability on this one as well. And it's not going to be $19.99 or $1,899 either. This is going to be $1,888 to the very first caller, and that will be it. So it is, Sally. Yeah, tourmaline is, I don't even think I mentioned that, but it is. Tourmaline is a birthstone for October as well as opal. So a lot of months, some months have just one birthstone. Some have several. Actually, December is the month that has the most birthstone opportunities. It is December where there's all kinds of, at this point, we've added Tanzanite, we've added turquoise, we've added a lot of different blue stones to the traditional turquoise. But yes, it is. September is actually sapphire, and then of course October, this month, of course, is opal. And we'll have opals tonight, really good ones, and then also your tourmaline, which is what we just had a few moments ago. So yes, dueling birthstones for October. October has the most options, I would say, because there's such a variety of colors offered in just the tourmaline family alone, don't you think? So 1888 in our cornflower blue. Let me know if you'd like that one, and then we'll get to our blue zircon, which is a new pendant tonight, and it's actually a rare pendant platinum design that we don't usually see a lot of pendants in platinum. We've got one for you today, which is 1126073, and that'll be coming up. So let me know if you'd like that one, 1888. We cannot make that bridge for 1888, so that's a pretty extraordinary moment right there to get in on. Now here is, well, look at this. It's like looking at Paraiba. It really is. If you're familiar with the Windex Blue Paraibas, this is the one that's giving you much of that look here. It's going to be 1126073, and this one is brand new, and yet it's a really beautiful, slightly elongated pear shape in platinum. It's going to be our 2 carat 59, and that will have 26 points in the diamond weight, and we know 259 in the zircon. It's a great size to get, but there have been so few zircons sticking around lately. It's been really the stone of the moment. Blue zircon, by the way, also an alternative birthstone for December. They've added so many through the years, but this really, I mean, I think at this point, kind of anything that's a blue besides sapphire is really a birthstone for December, but think about that upcoming. But we've got this fabulous piece right now, which is going a whole lot lower than it ever should. We got to move some jewelry tonight. We've only got about 2.5 hours left to do it. So we'd love to hear from you. Get requests in. Again, Sheila, if you're out there, we got a kunzite for you to look at that you might like. Who knows? We'll see if you like it. It's a big emerald cut, but this one's going to be a lot less than even $1,000. We're going to do $999 for you on a 259 just to really check it out. See who wants an incredible pendant that's got one of the hot stones of the moment here. And of course, we know it's been around for a while. The zircons have, and we know this material is completely mined out. But you see what it looks like there in that great size that actually is not small at all. You're going to see the length here that you get from top to bottom. It's going to have a length of about 3/4 of an inch, and then we'll show it to you on the neckline as well, so you can see how that looks and how you can rock it with your wardrobe in that bright blue that we love. It's very much like a turquoisey blue, which obviously we are going to show you turquoise tonight, which is very exciting, but this is really that extra vibrance. I mean, turquoise as a stone is opaque, and we know that that's not going to have a lot of life to it because it's an opaque stone, but this is that bright, very reflective, double refractive material that we love. So Here we go. That's going to be $9.99. Only one there. And we'll see who's got it. Then we've got our cornflower blue if you'd still like that one. So I'm going to keep moving so we can show you a lot of great jewelry. But just because we move on does not mean the piece is spoken for yet. So we'll help you out. And then, of course, we've got that Tanzanite at one of our top of the hours, Paraiba at the other top of the hour. So we'll headline our top of the hours with our big moments here with the Tanzanite. And then, yes, turquoise, new turquoise coming up. It's been a while since we've seen any kind of fabulous turquoise, especially in the bigger sizes. So that's going to be on the way. All right, pink tourmaline's here too. So let's show you that one. And I've got two. I've got a more, again, true, like, again, kind of rosy tone here. And then we actually have, well, look at this. We've got fabulous rubellite as well. I mean, both are really, honestly, they're very close to rubellite. This one is as well. I would still call this a deeper pink because you see the difference there. That's got, I know it's subtle, but that's got a little more of that red tone to it, a little less purple, more red. That's the big differential. Pinks and reds is one thing. That's what makes it rubellite. Pinks and more purple makes it more still of a deep kind of orchid color in your tourmaline. So we've got two options for you, and it's going to be 112-3389 on the right side. So we'll start there actually, because I just wanted you to see it's very seldom that I get the opportunity to show you side by side those subtle differences between tourmaline colors when it goes from pink to rubellite. So just want to give you a look at that. But this is our 18 karat gold piece right here. It's going to be 18 karat plus a 326 in that stone. Isn't that a great one? It's a fancy cut too. You can see how that's going to look. It really is. They kind of matched it. They gave it a little bit of texture with the cutting, so they gave it texture in the band itself, which is all that 18 karat. And you've got a lot of it there. It's very heavy. It's really, really well done. And then, of course, you see it's actually got this important diamond just on the one side here. So you're going to have a 4-point diamond weight here among the three, and it kind of looks like that little floral off to the side and where it's open on the sides of the band. So very textural, beautiful. It's actually one of these kind of think of like a soft cornered ending point. So see how it bows out a little bit on the sides, very straight across on the top and the bottom of the stone, and then just gives you a little kind of curve on the side. So it's a specialty cut internally as well. This is about that pavilion cutting that's different. That's what really makes it stand out. It's what gives it all those little, looks like light effects that are happening inside the stone. So when the light hits it, and of course as you move, you see all this beautiful brilliance. It really lights up. So we'll make this one a quick one only here, and yeah, it's a new markdown. And when I tell you it's heavy, I can't obviously give you a gram weight until we know what ring size you need. But look at how beautiful that is from a distance away, and you see how it just from absolute nowhere, it just lights up, and that's thanks to that unique cutting that you have. Also keep in mind, it used to be $49.99. We're changing and switching all of that up for you and going to make it a lot more affordable right now. So this is the one to own. Just let me know if you like it, because it's actually going to be under $2,000. And 18 karat gold doesn't often do that when you've got this much of it. You see how wide that band is and how it's the difference of that mirror finishing. And these are the kinds of things we note are always going to make it a real one of a kind, is when you see details like that, something special, something different. It's not the cookie cutter assembly line jewelry that you see so many other places. Those are the distinct features that make it unique to you. And we're going to make it better than $49 and $39 and $29 and $19.99. I promise you that. So we're going all-time low and making sure this one goes for you. And all you have to do is get on the phone lines, because it's not $18.88 or $17.77 or $16.99, making it even more affordable than that. So come on in if you like heavy. The last one would do it. Obviously, I told you about that cat's eye that we started the show with. That had a great heavyweight feel to it. So does this one. If you are somebody who obviously, just given the gold market, given the metals market, everything is really kind of at this point everywhere in the retail world is really basically getting kind of hollowed out and very, everyone's trying to cut corners and cheapen it to try and save, and they have to do that to really match up with what the gold market's doing. It's soaring. So here's your option to get something still, yes, we still create and make quality through and through, so that the quality of the mounting matches the quality of the stone. That's our belief system. I would never want to have a really important stone put in some kind of lackluster, unimportant mounting. That just won't work, and it won't be the kind of piece you enjoy forever and ever. So let's make this $1,599 instead. Then we'll go ahead and get to our other rubellite or other tourmaline, which is more of that pinky purple hue. And then we'll show you again in 2 minutes. We've got the opal trio coming up, which are new opals that are all in platinum. So speaking of great feels and weights, we've got platinum pieces in black opals on the way, and that's going to be awfully fun because they're all affordable as well, and they're all lightning rich black opals. So we'll see those and we'll give you choices. There is a new green zircon, by the way, a green zircon that looks like a Paraiba, so that's exciting. Then we have a huge opal piece. And in pendants, we've got several opals to show you. In Brazilian Paraiba, several to show you. So all you have to do is say the word, make requests, let us know what you're looking for today. We'll help you out. Here's the other tourmaline I have, which is 1125394. So if you were thinking about that little bit of more of a pinky purple color, here it is. We're going to give you great value on this one as well. Keeps it really simple on the diamond weight. 1125394 is your item number on this one. And that's going to be a really beautiful carat 30 oval. It's got just a few diamond pave on the sides here, which almost reminds me a little bit of like menswear inspired paisley, if you will, just the way that that's done. And you've got a little mill-grain texture to it. Wide band, all done in 14K. We've got that 6-point diamond weight as well, and that's going to be around your beautiful pinky purple. It is. It's on the verge of rubellite. It really is, which is why I showed them to you side by side together. But of course, still that more pinky purple type of tone. We have the opal wheel coming up. This one's got to go first, so let's watch it disappear for $9.99. First caller on that one, and that will be it. Remember, our last rubellite is here for $15.99 and all that extraordinary gold weight. Then we've got our opal trio coming up. We will do some giveaways there, and then this one, let me just take a look at this one on the hand. I think so many people are usually asking us for more of those everyday wearable type designs. So here's what I think really qualifies as that. If you don't necessarily need to go into these massive diamond weights, or you don't want 10 and 20 carat stones as far as what you wear all the time, day in and day out, this is the way to go about that, and you've got it right there. So it's a very clean tourmaline. We can't discount that. We know how really these struggle with inclusions all the time, and yet you have such a beautiful pinky purple stone there with still a bright, clean clarity to it. So enjoy it if you get it. $9.99. It's opal time, and this is a birthstone for this month of October. I still have a hard time believing we're in October. I mean, it's already the 2nd, and we weren't with you yesterday, so we didn't get to celebrate the turn of the calendar yesterday together, but we get to do that today, and that is why we decided to put together a little trio here. And this is option 1, and notice that it's got baguettes and rounds with it. That's going to be one option. Got a messy wheel here. That's one option, and every single one of the 3 are in platinum. So you're going to choose, do you like the pattern or the design, or, well, this one's got a lot of the reds and the orange and the golden yellows as well. So we'll take a look at that. You can see it's a little mix of color there that you're getting. And then you have another option, which is going to be a little bit, well, you've got the real cool way that there's twists in the platinum setting. Actually, that one is 14K, actually. This one is. The one I just added is the only one that's, I'm sorry, not platinum. These are 18 karat. We got a little bit of everything. We got 18 karat, we got platinum, we got 14 karat. So I'm going to go through them one by one, and we'll try to get you all set up on, you see they're all in the white metal. They'll all stay that way. But of course, that's the difference here is we've got platinum 18K and 14K. So I'll walk you through which is which. And then we'll talk about the fact there's a 1 carat 32 right here off to the, let me see if I've got which one is which here, because it's really tough to tell. And we've got this design. Well, that's just, I love the bigger diamonds there, and it almost looks like this figure 8 on the sides where they wedge a little diamond in between. That one has the deepest body color of the opal, by the way, and that's going to be 6057. That's a carat 51 with an 18 karat gold mounting. It's got the 20 points in the diamonds among just the 6, so they're all good big size stones, carat 51. We love that one. And then we also have, if you look, there's actually this really important, and to be honest with you guys, we've got a really good platinum setting here. The other 2 are platinum, so it's platinum and 18K. That's what I thought. Okay, so this one's going to be this really beautiful look with the baguettes. That's a carat 32 in platinum, and that's going to be the 17 points in diamonds. And then we go over here, also platinum. So forget the 14K. None of them are 14K. They're all platinum or 18K. They stay in the white metal they're in. And that one's going to be, again, more diverse colors here, big face to the stone. It's a carat 31 with 18 points in diamonds in the platinum. So platinum, platinum, and 18K. That's how it's going to work. They stay as is. It is a trio. So that means they're all one of a kind, but you get a choice of. So you're paying the same price no matter which one you prefer. They're all, and can we just really, again, remind everybody that this is the most exciting and most definitely rare and most what should be is the key word. They're expensive of opals in the world because they're from Lightning Ridge, Australia. That is not going to be the case here tonight. We've got 3 extraordinary stones. They're in heavy mountings, either platinum or 18K, so you don't get any higher end than that as far as the way they're set. And then you're going to choose Are you just really attracted to one of the mountings? Are you really into one of the stones? Whatever speaks to you, that's what you take advantage of. But no matter which one's your favorite, and whether it started at $39.99 or $38.88, or whether it's the one that started at $42.99, which you can probably guess which one it is, that's going to be all coming down so that we can move 3 pieces really quickly here at the bottom of our hour. Remember, we have big top of the hours coming up for you in each one of our hours. So that means in 26 minutes or so, we're going to see our first top of the hour. It's a Tanzanite. And then an hour after that, we're going to see our big Paraiba deal. It's in the saddle ring. So got some really important pieces for you to look forward to tonight, that's for sure. But these have got to go first because we can't get to those unless these go. So instead of $38.88, we're making them a lot more affordable than that. They're not $3,000, they're not $2,000, and they're not even going to be $19.99. So this is the way you shop for a Lightning Ridge opal in a very important mounting. Stays as they are. We're going to size them for you though, so you get the size you need no matter what that is. And we're going to take them all the way on down. This is your big moment to save a bundle on an opal, and make sure that, yes, happy birthday to all of our October birthdays out there. Tends to be a very big month for birthdays, so as it is for weddings, and so it tends to be like a celebratory month, right? So whichever one you like, maybe you've got a birthday coming up this month and you want to celebrate with the finer version of your birthstone, because maybe, listen, I've heard from a lot of people who have October birthdays through the years, and they've said, well, I don't like my birthstone because it's opal. And I always say, even though I know the answer, because I know what's coming, I say, oh, why don't you like opal? And they go, because it has no color. And that's ironic because it's actually the stone that should give you the most color out of anything, right? But a good opal is the difference. Finding a great opal, finding an opal out of Lightning Ridge. These are not see-through, translucent, or transparent stones. We've got opaque stones, which give them the bounce of the color. You've got a backdrop there, so all those rich colors can come through, right? That's the difference. And we've set them up in great metals, and we have nobody at $19.99, and that's okay, because my job is to make sure that no matter what is happening at large in the world, whatever we're struggling to do here, is we have got to make sure that we send jewelry out of here every single day, every single show, no matter what. So that is my job, and that's why we do these shows live. We could just pre-tape this, pre-record this, and run it at our leisure, but that doesn't give us the flexibility of saying, okay, maybe tonight's a different night, and we got to bring down the $19.99 price that every single day of the week a great shopper would recognize as, that's a value. But if we got to really just kind of mix it up and change it up and switch it up a little bit, we can do that too. But that's why we're here, is to make sure that you're happy with your values and you get something really special that may be a small investment now, but is going to be that really elite piece that you own for years and years to come, that you love forever, that you're really thrilled with, that you're not having to compromise quality on, which is a huge, huge deal right now in jewelry, because usually you got to right now, just with the way of the markets and what everything's doing. You know, it's not easy to find natural diamonds, natural stones, solid, heavy metals like this. So you've got it all coming your way, but we don't like $19.99. That's okay too. That's what I'm here for. We will find a price that you don't only like, that you love, that you're ecstatic over. And maybe that's got to be $1,500. Maybe it's got to be $14.99 to really make an impression. Maybe it's got to keep on going so we can move all three. And if you have a favorite, well, it's probably somebody else's favorite too out there. So we want to make sure you have a chance. It's not going to be $14, $13, $12.99. They are either $18K, that's the left side, or platinum for the middle or the right. This is where I want to see if we have anybody. Are we broadcasting? We're going to find out right now, because these are too important of a mounting to ever do something like this with the price tag. And we're not going to ask for 12 or 11 or $10.99. You know how we've been doing museum meltdowns lately? Well, this is your chance. You could get these to melt it down for the metal. You could literally buy the ring for the metal content in the ring. You could buy the ring for the stone. That stone in the center, I've worked with a lot of the Lightning Ridge. Oh my, some of my fondest memories of doing this in the business was when I got to collaborate with mine owners and got to offer their stones to viewers like you through television, but work with them directly and offer those types of, like, direct from the source types of prices. Those are really fond memories. And yet, those days were a long time ago, and guess what? You couldn't get the value on the opal loose back then. So to be able to bring these kind of values right now like we're doing, it's amazing. And it's not $10.99 either. Let's take a look and get you great value and make them even more affordable. How about $9.99 a piece, whichever one you want? That makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? So $999, just name it, and then we'll show them to you on the hand here as well, so you can see which one you like. Remember, this is the largest carat weight. This is the carat 51 with 20 points in diamonds. In the one in the middle is going to be the little bit of the baguette and the round combination. That's going to be platinum with a carat 32, 17 points in diamonds. And then over here, all round brilliance, that'll be platinum, carat 31, 18 points in diamonds. So let me know what you like there. And then let me go ahead and put them all on the hand here so we can figure out if that's what you need to kind of see them from a distance, to see which one is the one you're digging the most. Well, that's going to be here on the hand for you, so you can see all three together and see how they look. That's the 18 karat gold. Here's the platinum and platinum there. You can see those colors even when we're talking about a pretty bright light environment. We know that opals are going to look a lot better when you see them at home. So with that, you have to keep that in mind, that all the color you're going to see just gets better and brighter and even more magnified when you see them all at home, like in a proper light, because we see them in a pretty harsh light here. So it's not always the most friendly light for opals. So that's the thing to keep in mind about these fabulous lightning ridge stones. But we're going to see who's got them, and they're $9.99 a piece, and we'll give them a final 30 seconds. And here is your third and final option. That one's got the biggest face to it. So that's really, again, the testament to carat weights are secondary when it comes to opal, because what you need to look at is they're always going to look bigger than they weigh. They're always going to give you a nice big look, and that's really important as well. So we're thrilled to have them, but only for the next couple of moments here. We have 19 seconds remaining on that little trio at $9.99. What a great value, isn't it? And then we'll bring out some big deluxe earrings. I did have a Trapeche emerald ring that was brought down. I know a lot of you have been thinking about this Trapeche emerald ring for a while. We have that one for you. That's got a new markdown. Have some big Tanzanites. Now, if you remember the very top of the show, I mentioned that there's a platinum and Tanzanite bracelet. I do have one, and it's the only one we have of its kind. There is a massive markdown on this, and I thought it was good before. It's the one with 644 in Tanzanite. Let's just bring it on out. Maybe it's your first time seeing it. It was first debuted over the summertime. Maybe it's not something you had a chance to be with us the moment it debuted, but this is still, to date, the most incredible bracelet I've ever been able to bring to anybody, anywhere on TV. And that is because not only is it Blue Wing Block D, a trio of stones in one bracelet, but actually the angle is right there, because that's the straight on angle. You see that it's 11250004. It's platinum as well. So you've got a platinum bracelet that is very wide. It is a 7.5-inch bracelet, by the way, so perfect if you want just a little bit of extra room to have it draped so that it's not too tight. And it's platinum with a 644 total carat weight in your Tanzanites, but also 5 carats in diamonds. And that is something. When you have every single stone, and yes, it'll look like more because you see all of the round brilliants are bezel set. The baguettes are basically a trio on each side in between the Tanzanites to kind of bring them together, and yet everything's going to just taper around and be still as wide. You've got this beautiful width of the bracelet through the backside as well as the front. Let me show you from a distance what this looks like so you can see it doesn't stop at the midpoint of the bracelet. It goes all the way from one end to the other end, where you just see continuous round brilliant diamonds all the way to where that insert closure is going to lock. You've got the 2 figure-8 safeties as well. That's what it looks like. Look at how you still have fluidity. Obviously, despite the width of it, you're still going to have a great fluidity, the way it moves and the way it wraps around the wrist. Here's what it looks like on. I still can't believe. And this is, by the way, not going to be a huge fit, even if you're like me and I wear a 6.5. That's an inch larger than I normally would wear, and yet it would still be appropriate. It's not going to be too large. It's not going to drape too much. I am literally holding it where it clasps, so you can see that that's still going to sit right where it's not going to flip or turn. It's what I like about the weight of it too, is that it's going to keep everything really centralized up top and centered on your wrist. We don't want to have those Tanzanites going and rounding around the sides, but because of the way it's formed, it tends to sit with that large presence right up top. So there's a huge markdown on this one. Remember, it's such a small price to pay for platinum alone, and I'm trying to set it at that perfect angle just so you can really see that the nature of the blue wings, because that was important to us. We didn't want to bring you just a regular bracelet that was any old Tanzanite, because then it won't match what most of you already have. If you've bought Tanzanite from us here before, then you have Blue Wing Block D, at least if you've bought it in the last 6 years, right? So if you already have Tanzanites here, earrings, rings, pendants, necklaces, whatever it may be, this is the bracelet that will match. back to it because the color of those stones will be the same. If you were to go out somewhere else and get a tennis bracelet or a bangle or anything else, if it's not from us, it's not going to be that same high level quality of Tanzanite. So begs the question, if that's what you really love and you've been kind of introduced to this best of the best quality, why would you go back now? Why would you ever want to go back to a different type of Tanzanite quality? A lot of you had Tanzanites before, might have had to experience because at the time there was no blue wing block D available to anyone. Now that we've got it, we want it, right? It's like, it's so true. Once you've experienced the best, it's really hard to go back to a lower quality. I hear that every single day in regards to our diamonds because so few jewelers work with VS diamonds in the first place, right? Unless it's a custom order. And so I hear it all the time where you're thinking, you're saying to us, we now get it. We get why everyone wants a VS diamond, and the fact you make them affordable is even better. And watch this, because here's 5 carats of those diamonds, an incredible amount of Tanzanite and platinum in a very heavy bracelet, and the entire bracelet is not even going to be the $25,000 it started as, which I thought was one of our better values here. And then it came down. It came down to $19,000, then it came down to $15,000. That's when it got really interesting. 62 grams, by the way, that's right at 2 ounces of platinum. I need to say something very, very important right now because I know that I don't have, or I did not look, forgive me, I did not look at today's platinum price. But we know today's gold price is right around $2,700 an ounce. That means nothing when you're talking about 1 or 2 grams of gold, except that that's more pricey than it's really ever been before. Well, what we're talking about here is an upgrade to gold. If gold is around $2,700 an ounce, you've got 2 ounces of platinum. That in just gold would be close to $6,000. Think about that. Before you put any of the diamond weight, any of the 3 incredible Tanzanite cushion cuts, and before, listen, there's something to be added for the labor. That was a very labor-intense piece to create. All those bezels, all the matching of the Tanzanites, the putting it all together, that's not easy to do. So the fact that all of that is under $15,000 when the metal alone should be really about $8,500 or so. In finished metal, that's what we're talking about, 7.5 inches around. This is the heaviest piece I have here in our inventory by far. And it's not gold, it's platinum. So you have an extraordinarily heavy piece, you have a well-built piece, it's well made, it's tons of diamond weight, all of that, and it's under $15,000. But there's a brand new markdown happening right now. It's for one caller, and trust me when I tell you, when we know value well enough to know that when something is brought down, no matter how quiet one night might be, no matter how few viewers you have, because again, without a lot of our viewership able to watch on these weeknights, this is still where it only takes one. It only takes one person, one shopper, one collector, one jewelry lover to see and understand this value. And when you do, you're going to be really excited you got it and really excited you're here. And remember, there's still a money-back guarantee. So if you're new to us and you haven't experienced any of our level of jewelry and you're looking at this going, that's too low for that kind of carat weight, you're right. It is too low. But at the same time, I got to move some jewelry. So we're marking everything down, and this is the biggest museum markdown to date that we have ever brought to you at TVON. And it's so now, you got to hear me when I say this, it's under cost because it truly is. This is a piece, as we have just laid out, as we've just discussed and illustrated, that would cost far more to make than where I'm taking it. And yes, that price is coming lower than even $15,000. What can I say that hasn't been said? A price tag that I think is going to leave everybody a little bit stunned and probably asking, how many do you have? Because there's probably a jeweler out there that would love to have 10 of them for this holiday season in their store window, on their shelves. It's not going to be 15,000. It's not 14, not 13, not 12,000. This is unheard of value. Look closely at the workmanship. I know those diamonds right now are picking up some glare, so I'm going to keep moving the angle of it just so you understand there are some very bright white diamonds there that you're seeing, and yet it's not 12. It's not 11. It's not going to be $10,000. I've had many values in my day. This is the most stunning I've had yet, because it's $9,999, and it will go. It will go. That's what we know. We know it will go because it's just that value. Let's take another look at it on the wrist here. Remember, insert closure, 2 figure-8 safety catches so that it's going to be super locked and secure. That's what it looks like on. Tell me. And I know maybe it's still, we all see the value. which is why I like to remind you, if it is a little bit, higher end piece than you're used to spending, again, understand that. So here's what we can do. We can help you. We can split it among 2 cards if you want to, if that makes it a little easier to get it home, because missing out on the opportunity would be the tragedy here. Want to make sure that you have a chance to own something as special as this is when it is marked down the way it is as well. And there are your red flashes to that Tanzanite. And again, there are the diamonds. So when it's at the angle like this, it shows the Tanzanites better. When it's at the angle like this, you see the diamonds a little bit better. But again, I just want to make sure you understand this is as top quality, high end as a bracelet gets, from the top metal to those great big diamonds. We all know that bezel sets also make diamonds look double the size. So it's really the look of, and I think you probably noticed that when it was far away, when it was on the wrist, it definitely looks like a whole lot more in diamond weight than it is, doesn't it? Because we know that about bezel settings. We understand that. We know what bezel sets do. It makes those stones look so much larger. So take advantage of it. We're verifying on it now. We'll see who's got it, but that's obviously not going to last when you have a value that is that important and that good. I mean, it just really is about straight up value. And I don't know what we could add to it to make it any better, any bolder, any more wow. I mean, it just is the piece to own. So try it if you love it. I think you're going to be very, very happy that you have that in your collection. So anyway, we'll move right along. Then we have that Tanzanite coming up at the top of the hour, which is only about 11 minutes away. And then we still have some really big, important Tanzanite pieces, some opals, green zircon that's new. So that's really exciting as well. And you name it, we got it. Do you want to see the opal pendant? Let's show it to you. Another October birthstone here. Let's take a look at this one. This one's going to be platinum and another black opal that's looking like this. Oh, this one's a tough one to see. I mean, it's almost like it's too bright. It's too blinding. We'll try to iris down a little bit, see if that helps at all, just because otherwise I can go around and try to hold it and block the light at the same time. But that's a really good opal. It's a black opal out of Australia. It's 112-6137. And so you get this very special oval stone. It is massive, isn't it? It's going to be a 424, but then it's actually set in platinum with the chain as well. How about that? 16-inch chain, it's a Rolla Link style chains coming with it. So that's really important. You got 56 points in diamonds, and it's going to be 6137. Love this one. Here's your moment right now. It's 424, 56 points in diamonds. Love that one. It's classic halo, great chain with it. It's a 16-inch Rolla Link chain, and we're going to see it with a spring ring closure, and we'll take a look at it from a distance because that's actually going to give you a much better idea of the size, isn't it? Hard to tell when you're up close, zoomed in, exactly how big it is, which is why I give you a look at the ruler here. We always drop in the ruler, then I'll put it on the neckline so you can see what it looks like on a body, but there it is at 1 1/8 inches from top to bottom, including the bail, and then that's a really substantial chain. This one does not have adjustability. We just put the 16-inch. Figuring with the length of the opal, you're probably going to want to wear that one a little higher. Now it's on the neckline here, so you can just see what that looks like. Just another perspective on also, I would say size, but it's also a really important perspective on the colors, because this is the truest, I tell you all the time, this is the truest way to see the color, is this very poorly lit area that I'm standing in right now when I show you earrings and pendants. And it's because, again, little less light, that's a much more truer depiction of that opal. So more of what you can expect, and you see the yellows and the oranges that you didn't see when it was up close. So there's a blue purple, kind of a neon purple base color, and then it's got all the rest of the rainbow exhibiting through that stone. And we're going to take it way low. Now, this is a great way to wear an opal too, because opals are something you want to be a little bit more careful about, just a little more aware of when you wear them. So see how I can't show you those yellows now? I'm up close, you'd think that's the best look at it, right? But I can't even manage to show you the yellows that are there, because that's something you really only see from a distance away, right? And it's all because of the darker lighting environment. So keep that in mind. Everything you see there is going to look even better. Here's the back side of it too. So it's a double-sided stone. So you're going to get that chance to look at it every time you put it on and see that your opal is natural through and through. Got a great museum meltdown price on this one. Our big opal platinum setting with the chain comes off. So if you want to wear your diamonds by the yard, go ahead. Plenty of room for that. But it's actually going to be better than even, well, you know what? Not even $59.99. We'll make it a lot more affordable than that for you. It is simple and easy. What can I tell you? It's going to be just, we'll make it $1,999 first caller on a platinum piece with one of our best. And by the way, black opals don't always necessarily have to be that dark blue color. There are lightning ridge stones like this one that can still be a little lighter in the way they start in their backdrop colors, and you're seeing that here. So $19.99, first caller on that one, and then we'll move right along. How about a quick auction on some really special Mahenge earrings that we brought out? We've got some beautiful earrings. We've got turquoise on the way. We've got the big top of the hour, which is our Tanzanite deal. I'm going to bring you our best per carat price we've seen in years on Blue Wing Block D. So a little grand finale on a 5 carat. And we have the bracelet still here if you want it, the platinum piece, and then big drop earrings too. So I'm a little shocked that the platinum bracelet is still here, but again, yours to choose. Let's just get to this green zircon. About as rare as it gets, and there's a little bit of a Paraiba element to it because I detect a little bit of blue with that green, and it's 1125794, and it's a very important rare stone. We know about zircons. We've seen already a blue version tonight, but this is different when you're into the greens, and it's got a little bit of a blue green, and yet it's very clean, so it's going to be 404 in the size. Also a really good way that the diamonds are going to be done on the sides here. 9 points of diamonds. We kept it on the simple side. Reminds me a little bit about the pink tourmaline ring we had earlier, how kind of simple elegance that was, not meant to give you a lot of diamond weight, but it's definitely giving you a lot of gold presence. You see how wide the band is with some cutout details that you have as well. And yet it's going to be our 4 carat 04. Here's what it looks like on the hand. Now, there's a lot of people that fret every time they see a green zircon, even myself included. It can tend to send shivers up your spine if you're a shopper because you know it's going to be really pricey, unless I'm ready to give it away. And so let's try that instead. Let's make it a really big value right here and now. Get it at home if you've waited on green zircon and you don't have one yet. And maybe this is going to be that last bit of the collection, that last piece you need to complete your zircon collection if you're trying to get all the colors, trying to get all the different looks, trying to have something that's still wearable, double refractive so it's bright. Think like green diamond is really what this looks like, because it's still got all the different colors of zircon. What they share in common, they might have different sources and different colors and different looks overall, but they're all going to share that ability to be double refractive, and that's what makes it. And we got a piece that's supposed to be $39.99. I ain't getting $39.99 tonight. Let's be honest, right? We know that. You're getting so used to these values and these drops and these discounts, and I'm just going to keep them going. So welcome in. We've got almost 1 hour down and completed tonight. Only 2 hours to go. It's not a lot of time when you're shopping for the amount of values that we have for you. So here's what we got to do instead. 404, I should be getting 39. Let's try something different. How about we just blow it out right now? Not even $3,000, not $2,000, not $19.99. What's it going to take? I have no idea. If I knew that, I'd probably be in a different business entirely. Here's what we'll do instead of $1,500 on a wider band, great style. This is a really, really good look. When you're talking about rare, rare stones, collectible. I have had so few green zircons here. I've probably had maybe a dozen altogether. Coming up on 8 years here. That's definitely a one, maybe one and a half a year. That's scarce. When we bring you all kinds of exotics, I can bring you exotics hour after hour. This is a different level of exotic. And we're not going to ask for $15 or $14.99. I will just make this $1,399. And guess what? If you have any questions about anything you've seen in the first hour, give us a call. We'll help you out. We've had the green Paraiba, the coral earrings, some great ruba lights. We've had opals. Sheila, if you're out there, let me know. We've got a kunzite to show you. And any questions on that one, let us know. $13.99. If you got a request at all, we can help you out with whatever your request may be. Well, this will be a fun one. We've got something really special here that's Brazilian Paraiba. I don't get many opportunities to do this. So let's just make one outstanding value happen here before our top of the hour gets here, because otherwise we're going to have some issues, right? We've got to make some values happen. This is giving Art Deco in its feel. It's a little floral, meets a little geometric design. Now, for those of you that have seen all of my platinum and Brazilian Paraibas, I've had a few, you're probably saying, I already know where that's going to go. I'm going to just try something. This is called Let's Experiment. Let's find out who's with us, who's ready to shop the rarest stone in the world, some would say. I mean, everybody's got a different list. I've got a top 10 list of my own. Everyone's got a different list. It depends to vary based on your own personal experience and how you're educated, right? Who's taught you, what you've read, what you've seen. But I will tell you, Brazilian Paraiba, when you're into that specific origin, makes it extremely, extremely rare. So these are always smaller stones. So if you're looking for my 3-carat Brazilian Paraiba, I don't have one. The largest one I have is 56 points. It's here and it's about $15,000. But we can get you into the rare material. That great news. You can wear it every day. Wear it every day. Wear it without fail. It's a pendant with a chain. It's platinum. It's 1126144. It's stunning, and it's going to be affordable, and more affordable than I've ever made a Brazilian Paraiba before. That's a fact, and I'm going to tell you that because I want y'all on the lines ready to go. It's a 9-point total weight among the 3. See how there's that little floral design up top, and it's great finishing in the back. That's all platinum and labeled as so, of course. You've got those hallmarks. We even got the box link chain in here as well. So that's going to come with it. This would be, I'm just thinking about what this would be as a gift idea. If you handed somebody who knows jewelry a Brazilian Paraiba piece, they would absolutely lose their minds. It's that kind of like, wow. It's a major collector's stone. You got 3 of them plus 20 points in diamonds. And do you like it? Okay. I applaud them for getting on the phone lines early. Wayne, who is it? What does Susan want to spend? Less than $1,000 for a Brazilian Paraiba pendant? Okay. Whatever you want, Susan. Like $9.99? $8.88? $7.77? Okay, yeah. Can you tell it's going to be that night? It's going to be. Susan, I'll tell you what. If you like it, you're the only caller on the line. I'm going to make it $699. $699. That's it. I just, what in platinum is $699? Yeah, that's gone. Congratulations. So our top of the hour is almost here. I just want to remind you the green zircon is also here. That comes with the chain, by the way, so how remarkable is that? I didn't even have a chance to tell her about the chain, Wayne, but the chain, Wayne chain gang, we're ready for this? It's an 18-inch adjustable too, just in case she was wondering about the chain she got for free. So yes, that was exciting as well. Just wanted to recap the green zircon until we officially get to our top of the hour in about 30 seconds. So that's going to be a very, very, very big moment. We've got a Tanzanite coming up. Don't forget we had coral earrings for $199. That's something you don't see every day. That was exciting. So we've got some coral earrings. They're still here. We've got the Tanzanite bracelet. That's still here. Remember the Tanzanite bracelet we brought down to $99.99. Yes. What, the pendant? Oh, goodness, yeah, let's do that. She's probably thinking, yeah, how big is it? Well, let me show you, and then we'll get you a little sneak peek. See, she had the right idea, though. She knew. She said, if I don't say sold fast, I'm going to miss out on that pendant. So let me just drop that in for a quick moment here, Tony. I'm going to give her a measurement here with the ruler so everyone can see how big that is. Isn't that pretty? It's the prettiest, like a little Art Deco flare there. I would say 5/8 of an inch there on that one, Wayne, and then an 18-inch chain that's adjustable. So the sliding bead chain makes it adjustable for you. Easy peasy. So, all right, so that one is gone. And then we'll take a look at our green zircon that was down to $13.99, and then we're going to show you what's new for our big top of the hour. And it was one of the headlines that I let you know early on tonight is that we were going to bring our most affordable Blue Wing Block D opportunity we've had in some time. And it's 112-5776. Welcome on in to our big Wednesday night. This is hot. This is a good one here. 112-5776. Calling on the green zircon. I think somebody needs that platinum Tanzanite and diamond bracelet. What do you guys think? I feel like someone definitely does. And that someone might be me, but that's okay. See, I've had to resell because at this point, you know, that's what's the wisest thing to do right now with this jewelry. We should probably just contact every jewelry manufacturer and have them watch the show because you can definitely buy jewelry here more affordably than you can make it. I mean, that is a fact. And this stone, because think of what the metals, we touched on this earlier. The metals market's crazy. It doesn't mean you forego gold and platinum. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Wednesday night. I'm Lauren Blair. This is our last 2 hours of Wednesday night. And I came on the air an hour ago telling you there was something very special happening in a Blue Wing Block D. Well, this is it. It's our top of the hour. It's a dial quick moment. Please don't wait. If you wait, you're going to miss out and you're going to be kicking yourself because this is a 5-carat plus stone. In what is usually, to get the emerald cuts, usually you have to go to those really, really, really big stones and the really expensive stones, and then they get to be like $20,000. And I've got those. So by all means, say the word. If you want a 15 or a 20 or a 30 or a 50-carat Tanzanite, I got them. We have got them. They are here. But if you want a 5-carat that's so simple, elegant, classic, that's what it is. Classic. The classic never dies, right? That's what this is here. It is a classic in a ring. It's a 5-carat 30 in that center stone, emerald cut Blue wing block D, and it's going to be a huge value. Now I got to show you, just like we did on the bracelet, we got to maneuver a little bit so you can see all the ways that it's going to look here. Mirror finishing on the gold. So I know it's picking up some reflection there, but there it is with those diamonds. So it's like a bookend, first of the gold, then you've got some diamonds, then you've got another bookend, and then it creates this really geometric style that's going down the sides that really matches well with the way that that cut of the Tanzanite is done. Now it's our 530 with 6 points in diamonds. So again, meant to be that really not over the top. I get a lot of requests from you guys every single day. Love them because, you know, it really allows me to get you on my radar, and then I can always let you know when we have what you need. And, you know, a lot of people appreciate that because then they never miss out. What if you can't watch every minute of every show, right? That way I always tell you, you know, okay, your piece that you might like is here. So what time would you like to see it? We can work that way together. But here's the thing I get requests for that we never have. Is something that's really going to be a little more simple in the diamond weight. A lot of people say, I don't need 50, I don't need 60, I don't need 70 or 80 points in diamonds. Just give me something simple and elegant that makes it a little easier to wear every day. But you know us for quality in our gems. That's where it all begins. That's where it all starts. I just noticed there's a major piece of polishing cloth in the prong, which I'm probably not going to have the tools to get. Oh, never mind, I did. So there we go. But I'm trying to show you all the angles before I try it on. So you can also really see that this is still Blue Wing Block D's best with all the reds coming through that you see there. It is fantastic. I love the way it's bookended with the gold. You see the reds even from the side of the stone. Look how pretty that is on. Okay, there's just something sheer elegance about it, right? Just completely not complicated, not overdone, not ostentatious, but really high-end elegant. That's what this design reads. That's what this stone delivers. And yet, this value is going to be one of our best. Come on in on the phone lines if you'd like it, because you know we're in last call on all of our Blue Wing Block Ds. And again, there's the angle that allows you to see the mirror finish on the gold here as well. So you're really just clear on, okay, what to expect, what to get, what I'm going to see. And you can have yellow gold or rose gold as well. So if you'd rather, no problem, you can get any gold you choose. But the issue is this, it's a $69.99 piece on my back. Here's the inherent problem with that. I've been selling this stone for almost 6 years straight. If you look at that per carat, that's $1,320 a carat. Now, that's the problem, is I've been in the business of spoiling TVON shoppers for 8 years straight now. So the beauty of $69.99 is that that's still going to be about 1/3 of the price you're going to pay in the real world. So that's not bad. I'll take that. 1/3 of the price, meaning you're going to pay 3 times more if you're shopping basic Tanzanite anywhere else. Okay. Or you can spend even less here tonight. So we're giving you even more value because the quality is still there. It's only the best in the world, the best that's ever been mined. That's a certainty. But now for that price, which is already lower than what you'd spend on lesser quality anywhere else in retail, now you get it for less money. Now you get it for a great value. This is one of our best values we've ever had in all of these years of doing this. And I have a track record of bringing out Blue Wings at very low prices. But lately, they've been more like $500 and $600 a carat on this show. Here's what's going to happen instead. It's not going to be, because even at $700 a carat, well, that's still going to be on a 5 carat 30. That's still going to be pricey. That's going to be $3,700 if I don't charge it for the gold or diamonds. So what if we go to $550 a carat? Well, then it gets a little bit more reasonable, and then you're talking about $2,915. So that's better, right? But we want to make sure that a top of the hour is worthy of a top of the hour. This is about getting you the value of a lifetime. This is about sending it out to one caller who says, that's exactly it. There's usually that moment where you know immediately where that's the piece. That's the one I've been waiting for. That's it. That's the one I just love and adore. It's not going to be $2,900. Think about this. If it's $450 a carat, suddenly you're looking at $2,385, getting much more affordable. It's not that price. Set in a gold band of your gold color choice in your size, arriving at your home ready to wear. The only other Tanzanites I have are the really big rounds tonight. And this is going to be where all of a sudden we have taken that to $450 carat. That's basically the best we're seeing these days in our price tag. You're looking at it. We're going even lower. This is why it is a top of the hour. This is why you call in early. This is exactly why you say, once I found TVON, I don't need to shop anywhere else, because why would you go out and spend more to get a lesser quality, lesser color Tanzanite? And you have to. If you're shopping anywhere outside of this network, that's fine and well, and we support you, but just know you will be getting a lower quality and you'll be likely spending a lot more. And what we're doing right now is really incredible. It's not even $2,300 or $22 or $21 or even $2,099. There's a reason this is the highlight of this point of the show. It's a reason to really stand it up proud and tall at this top of the hour moment and saying this is the one you need to get a hold of, because we don't have anything else like it. And it's here right now, and it's just so much more incredible on, because again, just a little lesser light shows you more of what you can expect when you get it at home in person. The way it just, look at that, the way it lights up, the way it does, that is no special effects we have, that's no special filters we have, we don't have any of those. This is just your chance to own it, grab it, and get your favorite ring that you're gonna wear every day. And it, by the way, would be great with ring guards around it. It's actually really good with ring guards, like our chevron Wonder Ring style would be beautiful with it, but it's not $2,000, it's $19.99. And that means that, just for the record, because you don't need to sit there and do the math, I'll do it for you. That means that right now we're at a per carat price of $377 a carat. That has not happened in our recent history. Just for the record, in 6 years, they've calculated I have sold, because we have a computer system that tracks it, I have sold over 10,000 individual Blue Wing Block D pieces at this point, over the course of the last 6 years of bringing them. Before that, we didn't have them. We had regular Block D. There's a difference. In the last 10,000 pieces, the best per carat price I ever had on a Blue Wing Block D, ever, was $347 a carat. That was the best price ever. That was a very, and by the way, it was not an emerald cut, which have a premium value to them. They're more money. That was the lowest price we've ever seen. Look what this is, $377 for still solid gold. We didn't go to sterling silver or a gold plating. This is solid gold for that band through and through. And that is just, this is where you go. It's the cut everybody seems to want. It's the color that is, I think, when you get the blue wings that are very, very special like this, where there's absolutely no void of color down the middle. Do you see that? It is the same color from the top to the bottom, to the east to the west sides, all the way through. It is the same saturated color. There's no effect where you've seen it before, where a lot of emerald cuts, it's still not in the cutting. It's the problem is the cut itself is just not friendly to these really neon stones sometimes, where it can look a little void of color through the middle. And that's not happening here. That's what's so impressive and important about this piece. And at $19.99 for that incredible value, who's going to take it? We've got two people talking about it right now. Remember, it's white, yellow, or rose gold. You get to decide whatever color you want. And again, there it is without the glare and reflection, because these are really the ones that have a lot of mirror polished gold. Sometimes pick up a little reflection when we see them up close like this, so you can't necessarily appreciate that. But here it is. Isn't that great? So $19.99 only. Let me know who's got it. We've only got about 60 seconds left with that one. And enjoy. Enjoy it. It's very special. 53 seconds remaining. Okay, our last call is coming up on that one. We've got a big opal pendant. We've got a bigger one, actually. Opal pendants are here already. We had a good one already in the black opal. Sheila, again, if you're out there, we brought you out a kunzite you might like. Got some Mahenge earrings as well. We've got a big Paraiba special for you. Also, we've got an 89-point Paraiba in the saddle ring. That's going to be a lot of fun. So next top of the hour, remember I told you at the beginning of the show there are two big specials tonight. We've got the Tanzanite, which you're seeing now, and then we have this one. And do not fret, because that looks like it should be about $10,000 or more. And that would be a big value. Guess what? It will not be. So stay with me, because in 45 minutes or so, that Paraiba in the saddle ring is coming up. Jess, are you taking this one? Tim, you're a no? Anybody taking one of these? Yeah. The stone? Sure. Here's the millimeter size. Let's take a look at it on. Tony, I can do this live in front of everybody when I put it on my hand. So this is the millimeter size. We just take the millimeter gauge and get the width of it, which is reading out on my gauge as about 8 millimeters, looks like a 7.5 or a little more than a 7.5. As far as the length goes, that's going to be right there, and that's going to come out to be 11.5. So I'm reading it at 7.5 by 11.5. So not really we'd call it calibrated if it was 8 by 10 or 9 by 11. It's not really there because, of course, it's a little more narrow. So this is not your typical calibrated size, right? It's a little bit more narrow and a little more elongated. So there's nothing wrong with that. It enhances the elegance of that stone there with a little more length to it, which is why we added those mirror finished bars of gold with the diamonds stacked down the side. So you've got all that happening. It's just a real classic to wear. It looks lovely on. It looks lovely. I mean, really, truly, if you want to stack it, like I said, be beautiful. I don't have my Wonder Rings out here, but if I did, it's a beautiful pairing with those. I know how many of you have the pink and the white and the yellow diamond Wonder Rings. Those would be great with it. If you want to, if you feel like on days, that's what I think is great and versatile about getting a classic like this, is there are ways you can dress it up if you want to, when there's obviously, you can't take away diamonds in a ring if they're all together. So I think that that's why we love our Wonder Rings, because that makes it really easy on certain days to add more. On days when you feel like you want a little bit more wow or a little bit more dressed up look, you can easily do that. And on other days that you want to be a little more casual, then you wear it as is, just like this, and it gives that great presence to you. So we'll move right along. We have a big value on a Windsor sapphire as well. You might remember this yellow and into the blues. So this is yellow blue, and therefore you're going to get a little bit of green as well. And this is one of those that's an unheated Windsor, but it's got less segmented color and more blending of color, which I think some of you might really like and enjoy. Call me on the Tanzanite. That's still here, I think. And then we've got also big aqua coming up as well. So anything you need, anything you're looking for, please let us know. It could be an all request night if you want us to. I'm definitely going to get that Paraiba in at the top of the hour, but we've got a plenty of jewelry to get to, and we'd love to know what you'd like to see, because we've shown you about, looks like about 25 pieces or so, and a lot of them are still hanging out here if you like them. But this is going to be 112-0348, and it's amazing to get a 257 radiant cut sapphire. And so this is from the Windsor mine, which normally, if you're not familiar, produces those split zone sapphires where there are two completely different colors together. That's obviously not the case here. You're getting more of a blend of colors where it's really a yellow and a blue that are creating a chartreuse type of color instead. 257 with 99 points in diamonds. It's in the yellow gold. It's only going to be this one, and there's a huge markdown on this one as well. It started, and look at this. I mean, there have been price tags. This is the bag, by the way. So it's just, I mean, that's not something that, you know, those are all just different markdowns that it's had. And you can see we're not even letting the computer system know. We're just writing it on the bag, because that's what we're doing here. 78.88 pieces where it started. We see $4,000 and $5,000 price jumps that have been reductions already, but we're going to take it even lower for you and make it under $2,000 and not even $19.99. And hello, it's a 257 stone. That is a large sapphire by any stretch of the imagination. So to be able to get, and it's a radiant cut, which is a very unique cut to get, you can see how stunning that is. So that is really beautiful. And yes, when you see it from a distance away, even more so. Powerful radiant facets do that. So it's like an emerald cut, but there's still, technically, it's got those radiant facets, which are like a scissor facet on the sides. So it makes it even more bright and vibrant. And it's not going to be $19.99 or $18.99. Let's just blow it out for $18.88. From a Windsor Collectors, it's a good one because usually we don't see the yellows or the greens or the blues. We usually see the pinks and the blues instead, right? It's usually some combination of the pink and the blue or the pink and the purple. This is a totally unique color to get anyways with that chartreuse variety. And we'll get to those big earrings next. Those drops I flashed earlier, they're wild. Tanzanites, 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 and Tourmalines. It's just, it's a lot of different stones together of ombre fashions. We'll see that next. Big drop earring. If you're a drop earring girl, and I know that's not all of us, but well, I am, but so I guess it's some of us. It's not everybody, but if you like a bigger drop earring, we're going to try to make these one of our museum meltdown pieces so that we can get them out the door. A lot of time and effort went into this next earring, as you will probably notice when you see the way that this collection is put together. That is just artfully done. One of those earrings that you would probably see more in, not even a catalog, because as high end as some jewelers get with their stones, very rarely do they do one of a kinds like this, because again, remember, jewelry stores, even the best of the best, they have more than one location. They have locations, sometimes 3 or 4 in a city. So it's not one of those things they can produce jewelry like this because they have to have the same piece in all their locations, all their stores, all their boutiques worldwide. So they can't often get super creative or even super high quality because they would need to have the same one in their Brazil location, and in their New York City location, and in their Miami location, and all across the world. So that's what makes it very difficult to create even in the highest end environments. And this is an earring that is extraordinary, 1123027. It is 18 karat gold to start. You get two-tone gold, as you can well see, where it's got the greens into the purples, but also that's gonna be an array of Tanzanites and tourmalines. So the TTE, the Tanzanite tourmaline earring, or the total package of earrings, really, because it's going to be our asher cuts, our baguettes. Look at all the fancy cuts you have here, from even this top point where there's a left and a right. Did you see this, how it's notched at the top? That is the top where your post and butterfly back will be. Speaking of the backings, they are going to be that 18 karat gold backing with the silicone around it, so it makes it really easy to grip, and you see there's still an 18 karat gold core there. And then you've got the fabulous white and yellow, because the one perpendicular bar is going to be the yellow gold. Then you have 18 karat solid. There's 396 just in the asher cut Tanzanites, so they're about 2 carats each. Then there are more Tanzanites, and then you get into the indicolites and the greens. And that's going to be an ombre effect. It's 121 of the baguette Tanzanites, so that would be right here, the two that are up top above the asher. Then you've got another 205 in your tourmaline baguettes, and then you have 58 points in diamonds and a whole lot of 18 karat gold and a lot of length. So this is the wild earring to get a hold of. Now keep in mind, we did the post a little lower than the very top. See that? So you have piercing coverage, so it's not going to be teetering. Plus, there's the left and right. So you're going to decide, do you like it to flare out? Or, like, again, I personally think they probably intended for that little notch corner to be in towards the face. So that's what I'm going to show you. But there you see how long they are, how beautiful length they are. And of course, the way they're going to have some individual movement here. There's a little, of course, a little break here where there's going to be some hinging. And then, of course, right at the base for that asher cut, that's also going to be giving you a little bit of movement. And then here it is from the length. It's going to be about 1 7/8 inches. So that is accurate. And then I'll go ahead and pop one on for you. But here's what we'll do for an insanely good value. It's part of that whole museum meltdown. We got a little bit excited when we put these together. Weren't thinking about, you know, what the final price was going to end up being as much as we were about, let's just make a really cool earring, right? Sometimes as a designer, that is the fine line you have to walk. There's a lot of pieces I have the desire to make, but either the stones aren't available or it's just going to get too costly to your consumer when you do make them. Oh, those backings are amazing because they really are. They're just the easiest in the world to put on. And this is what you get for your look. That's the length they give you. So I opted to go with that little notched corner in towards the face so then they naturally flare out. I think that's proper. But again, you have the choice of either putting them on that way or you can flip them around if you want to. But there's your drape and your drop that you have. It is really, truly incredible, isn't it? I mean, that's a great earring. And if you are a lover of greens and blues, there they are in that ombre effect. Back to the wheel we'll go. Just wanted to give you an idea of the size. And they're no longer going to be, well, they were $79.99 all day long. We're going to make it a lot more affordable than that. And here is your chance to pick up one of the greatest values we've had in a designer earring. And I like to separate them a little bit. Boy, it's so cool how you have the indicolite tourmalines there, and then the greens in different shades up to the top, which is really enormously pretty. And they're not even going to be $2,000. So here we are, looking at probably the greatest value we've had in an earring. I know they're not for everybody. This is that Cinderella moment where that is precisely why we have to bring them so far down, is because this is automatically an earring that a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's really lovely. But maybe it's not what you would wear all the time because, again, it's just a longer earring. We don't offer a lot of fine jewelry 2-inch drop style earrings. So if that's what you're looking for and you are somebody who does, what usually then keeps you out is the price tag. $8,000 is, you know, maybe more than what you're looking to spend. We're going to make them right now just $19.99 for the pair. So makes it a lot more affordable, doesn't it? To get in on a great combination of stones from tourmalines to tanzanites. Robert, we've got your request coming up. It's our only Tanzanite gents ring in the house, and we'll bring it on out. And we'll make this a really fun value for hopefully everybody to check out and everybody to participate in, because it's been a while since we've seen a Tanzanite gents ring, a long while. And I bet you, given that it's one of our most popular stones, I bet you it's every day requested, right? Where are the gents tansies? Where are the gents tansies? Well, we got one for you coming up next. So we'll just see who's got the earrings, then we'll be on our way. And again, the backings are also, again, that 18 karat gold. So really more or less hypoallergenic. Jason, are you thinking about the earrings? No, sir. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about Jen's Tanzanite. We'll see what happens here. Robert, it's a great request. I want to remind everybody, Jen's Tanzanites don't come around all that often. So I also want to remind you that requests are rarely taken by the requester. So I just want you to feel free to dial in on now an Asher cut, like we saw at the drop of that earring, but in a Tanzanite, in a style that can be a gent's ring, but it also can be a lady's ring. It can be either or. You have an Asher cut stone in a blue wing block D that is a 1126230 item number. It's a carat 20 in just the Asher cut stone. It needs some polishing. And it's 36 points in diamonds that ramp up and around and down the other side. Finished on the inside, white, yellow, or rose gold. There is one price on this bag, and I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to show you. Here it is. Here's the ring. Here's the price, $39.99. Makes perfect sense. Best Tanzanite in the world. Lots of red flashes. The quality is there. And you have one of our very, very cool styles. Let's show you the inside. There's the finishing that you're going to have all the way through to make sure that it's going to be comfortable on the hand. It's going to be really, really wearable. From a pinky ring for the gentleman to wear a pinky ring all the way over to the index finger. Here's what it looks like on a lady's ring finger, just to give you an idea. I like the way it is all the same width around the way here as far as the top, but it kind of creates the illusion because of the way the diamonds ramp up. There's different elevation changes to the way the pave wraps around the stone. Here's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try an auction, and this is why. A, I can't get around $39.99. So it's either that price or apparently we leave it here. We know there's a lot of gold. We know it's a pretty cool ring. We know it's got something that probably is going to be a bit requested these days, right? With our last of the blue wings that are here. We don't have any more. We can't make any new pieces. It's that the entire collection has been exhausted. So what we have is what we have. So if you do want one, this would be the perfect time to get in because, well, and I'm going to auction it off just to see if we can get it out the door because it looks like at $39.99 it's going to hang out with me. I don't want it to hang out with me. As much as I love the ring, it is the goal to get it out to you, whether you're the requester or not. Let's try to take a gent's ring that you know, about the most affordable gent's ring I have here in inventory is usually $29.99, and that's if it's a, a little lesser important stone. Here's what you're going to get instead. For $39.99, that's great. For $29.99, it makes me wonder if it's still going to stick around. So we're going to make a huge adjustment here. And we're going to try something very, very different. And you know auctions. You've seen auctions. Here's what we're going to do instead of starting at $2,500, because I know $29.99 is not going to do it. We know that. We know it might be a challenge to get $2,000 get it started. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try something that is completely against every single rule, every single bit of logic, but we also want to just make sure it does indeed go out the door. So instead of $2,000, instead of even 19 or 18 or 17, and you got to be calling because this is the only gents Tanzanite we have, and it's got all the reds. There's something about the Asher cut. Look at the different dimension, the way the diamonds ramp up. There is a call coming in. That is a good sign. But I want to get activity and action beyond because we're going to get you the chance. And for those of you that said, I can never do $4,000 on one ring, I get the value, but I can't do it, this auction is made for you. I don't have a gents anything that is this price. I don't. This is really, really, really incredible. So it's not going to be $1,700. Here's what I'm going to try. I'm going to make it only, you know what, not even $1,600. Let's try it. It's all we can do is try, right? All we can do is put a stupid price out there and see what happens and see if it resonates and see if it gets anything out there. Like people excited about jewelry, that's one thing, but getting best of the best in a carat 20, 36 points in diamonds, I'm not even asking $1,600 because I don't have it open yet. The good news is there are 2 people talking about it. That's good. We're verifying, but it's not going to be 16. I'm going to go 1,500. I'm going there. And we'll make it $10 increments. $10 increments only. And we'll give it 60 seconds, Tone. 60 seconds. And actually, sounds like we are not verifying on this one. They're on something else from earlier. So here we go. No open on this one yet. And for the record of anybody who's newer to our show, when we have gents rings, we have historically seen very, very few go under $29.99. The option to go under $2,000 on a gents ring, especially as gold just every day is increasing in price, it's obviously getting harder. Like if you watched me 10 years ago, if the last time we shopped together was 10 years ago and you're going, that's no big deal. I saw you do a ring 10 years ago for $2,500. But that's when gold was probably, and I don't have it in front of me, but probably half, maybe less than half of what it is today. So it's different, right? And that wasn't a Blue Wing Block D because they've only been here the last 5.5 years. Did you have a question, Tim?
Yes, taking the Tanzanite earrings.
Oh, really? Who got them? They're beautiful. I just want to say thank you. She's going to love them. They're very pretty. Thank you so much. Will you thank her for shopping with me tonight? Thank you, since I can't audibly say her name. But thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's that? Oh, we don't even have 15 yet, just putting it out there. If you want to start with 15, he wants to do 16. Got it. Just making sure you knew, because I never want you to have to spend more than you want to. Getting yelled at and screamed at by everybody. What can I do? I can't do anything right. My own colleagues here. But anyway, 1,600's the bid. All right, so he chose to go a little power bid here to open it, which is totally fine, but he's probably playing, you know, a little strategy here to keep everyone else out. So we'll give it 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes only. And congratulations on those earrings. And we'll see who's got the Tanzanite, but it's all coming down to this. And $1,600, we know how that strategy works. Usually people can shy away. So it's still a great value. We've got our final 2 minutes ticking down. We're at $1,600. And yes, we've got a $10 increment. So it's not a huge jump to get in. That's the good news there. So wonderful. Is that our requester by any chance? It is. Okay. He says, don't let anything stand in my way. Yep, he wants it and says, it's my opportunity. And Tim, are you on something else too? All right, so I'm just going to make sure we know what's going on. You're on something else? Oh, you're verifying? Do we have, I'm sorry, what? No. Got it. I got one of those yes-no things, one of those, So is there something else I can help you with? Okay. I'm loving the earrings, though. I like the earrings. I like the glasses. Do you want to come up and do the show? You're very high style. You're wearing better jewelry than I am tonight. No? No, you don't want to come up and do the show? Are you sure? Tomorrow? No? Okay. So. All right, 35 seconds left. Let's see if anybody wants to go for this one. Here's the inside again. Here it is on the hand again. And then we're only 30 minutes away from the Paraiba. The countdown is on to get to our serious light one. It's going to be a light, I still can't believe it, light 1 carat Paraiba that we have coming up. This one, we're going to size it for you, of course. They make it in about a size, what? This one's a size 10 right now. So I'm just going to kind of prop it up so you get an idea. But if it looks too big, it's because it is. So you get the size that you request and that you want. And of course, whatever's going to work for you so that when it arrives home, it's ready to wear. We want to make sure you're not running around paying more money or taking your precious time to go get it sized. Let us do it for you. And that way it's all done and ready to go. So $1,600 is the bid. Let's see if anybody wants to go $1,610. And Wayne, you are on something else, right? From earlier. And so Jason, are you thinking about this one? You want to go $1,610? Yes, no? You got it? Sold. Congratulations. That is gone. Well done there. And then speaking of Tanzanites, we just want to go ahead and flash for you the 2 big rounds that I do have. We have the 1387 here, which is the classic halo mounting, and I do have a bridge mounting, which can take you even higher in your diamond weight. And thank you so much for that request. We love the requests, so keep those coming in. We'll obviously have to zoom back a little bit, so let me just walk around and do that for you. That's one option in the round. Here's another. So we'll that way kind of be concluding with our Tanzanites. We already had the emerald cut, which I think is still here if you want to check on that one. Here is, of course, the men's piece now gone in the auction. And now we're talking about 2 rounds that I thought, let's just put them up together, because I think sometimes that really helps you to really decide or figure out which style you like better, which size works better for you. We have either item number 1125,829 on the right side, which is the larger of the 2, which is going to be that massive 13 karat 87. That's one way to go. Then you also have the other round, which is still large, but it's going to be our 816. So 2 different options there, either 816 here or 1387. Now the diamond weights are going to actually be the opposite. Where you get the bigger stone, that's a carat 18 in diamond weight. You're getting more diamond weight here. That is going to be the 184 total overall diamond weight in that bridge. They are just both huge diamond weights. Yes, really suited well for those stones, but it's whichever one you prefer. So Tony's going to start with the 5829, which is going to be the 13.87 on the right, and that's got the 118 in diamonds. So classic halo, which you probably can't see until I turn it, is actually going to be the diamonds on the sides. And then you've got, of course, yes, that's going to be all the red flashes you see. Now, if you like to see diamonds through your stone, you go here. That's going to be an 8 karat 16 with a carat 84 in diamonds. That'll be 1125857. They're each one of a kind. I do have a gold color choice on the right side. I'm sorry, not on the left. The left has to stay in the white gold. But that is how we typically see our blue wing block Ds. So here we are. And I'm so excited these are here for you. So it's very exciting. The 8 karat 16 is the bridge. That'll be the more affordable. But here's the new price tag on this one. It started, you might remember, at $17,999. We are going to a much, much lower price for you right now. This one's going to be very exciting. Here is what you do. This is so outstanding, isn't it? And I just, again, love them together so you can see the difference. Let me put them on the hand together as well so you can see what they will look like side by side. That way it also gives you a little idea. And I don't want to put them side by side because they might, I don't want them to, scratch each other. But there you have the larger, so you can see how that really fills up the finger there. And this one will do that as well, but it really takes the stone and the halo together to really kind of, fill the width of the finger there. So that just gives you a general idea. Obviously, once we find out which one you're digging, we'll put that one up close and make sure that you get all the details and see it on the air at one time. But first, I wanted to give you the kind of the overview, if you will. And if you would like, guys, if you want to go the left side, and we're going to make sure these are both brought down in price, but instead of $18,000 for the big one, we're going to go less than $10,000 and quite a bit less, just to make sure our 2 Museum Reserve Blue Wing Block D rounds can go here tonight. And that's the idea. Better price. And this is for the larger stone. This is not even $9,000 or $8,000 or $7,000. We're going to $69.99 on a nearly 14 karat stone. And plus you get the carat 18 in diamonds. If you choose to go with the bigger diamond weight that's in the bridge, it's going to be even more affordable. And I'll tell you, I just think whichever one you do decide to get, obviously there is something special about the rounds. We know this is the case with all stones. The rounds are the most specialty cut. And if you would like to get 1125857, that would be the 8 karat 16 in this bridge with the almost 2 carats in diamonds. That one is $14,999, but no longer. This one is now under $5,000. We're going to make it $49.99. So huge values either way. You just get to simply decide which one do you like. Is it going to be the $69.99 for the bigger one on the right, or do you want to go with the bridge with the huge diamond weight for $49.99? 2 great options. Both should go here tonight. And let me know if you have any requests as well, because we'll help you out with those. Yes. The Congo? Gents, I actually sent that back because it wasn't rhodiumed. Do you want to go get it? If he can look past that, we could just show it to him. And they were going to just re-rhodium it, Robert. So I was going to show it at some other point. But we can bring it out if you just want to see it. Might as well. All right. You know what, Robert? We've got it. So let me show it to you here. And we'll show that to you next. Thank you so much. So again, this one I just caught before the show. It is the ever-increasing issue of just rhodium. So, but it won't matter if you need a different gold color anyway. So this one is the Congolese stone, and it's going to be item number 1125,791. So I definitely see that it needs some rhodium. But you do have the option of changing it to yellow gold or rose gold, so that's why I sent it back. But I really want to give you great value because what matters is the stone, and obviously you're going to choose the gold color. And if you do choose white gold, well, it's going to be a fabulous white gold, you know, rhodium finish like normal. If you want yellow, that'd be stunning with the greens and the blues and the golden colors of the stone. And then it does have a 360 stone with the 42 points in the diamond weight. So if you would like to have it, and it is going to be a fully finished under gallery, you'll see that there. It's got all that really kind of lattice work of the inside to make sure that's made the proper way so that it's comfortable. And it's very, very bright. This is definitely, you know, some of the Congos can give you more 50-50. This has got more green than it does blue, but it's still extremely bright. And it's got more green and golden tones. Kind of reminds me of that sapphire we had earlier. It's a definite combination there of those two colors together. That's what you see from a distance away. Of course, again with the rounds, this time the Portuguese cut round that really allows it to light up. And again, whatever gold color you choose, we will let you decide. But that's going to be, well, let's just take it down because I realize maybe more difficult to look past that mounting at this point. So let me try to help you out with the price tag a bit, take away the $59.99 price and make it more affordable for you. So this is really, really special. And yet, it's not going to be even $3,000 or $29.99. Love the half off. If we can do a little better, you know I'm going to do that tonight. So let's make it easy right now and make it $24.99 instead. That way, you get the value, you get the extra savings. I gave an instant $500 coupon as well for a rare as can be Congolese Tourmaline, this time in the round, in the clean, bright material that also happens to be the greens and the goldens together like you see right there. You know what it reminds me of is a demontoid, doesn't it? If you've ever seen a Russian demontoid before, or even a Namibian stone in the big sizes, that's very much the look you're getting from this gem here. Very bright, very clean, and only going to be $24.99. So huge value there. And again, white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. So that's what the one and only Gents Congolese looks like. Also have a rare blue zircon in a pear shape. We've got a beautiful Mahenge pink, spinel, one of our bigger sizes. We got a couple more sapphires that are very unusual colors to show you as well. So again, anything you like, we will share. But again, at the top of the hour, we're now 20 minutes away from this Paraiba. That is the 50-50 blue-green. That is exactly the color that is considered the ideal in the world of copper-bearing tourmaline. And all we got to do is price it really cheap, and you know I'm going to do that if it's our top of the hour, so stick around. And then we have, if you want to go straight up blues, the best stone in the world to get is an aquamarine. Let's take a look at this one. This one's going to be 112-5880. Very nice. Wow, the starburst design that looks like a sun. And then that is going to lead out and point your way like a sundial, right? Remember how they used to use the sundials back in the day to tell what time of day it was, right? Remember that? This is where you get all those points that point out to your diamond double halo, 2 different sizes of diamonds used here in this gorgeous Sierra Santa Maria. It is going to be a 270 Sierra Santa Maria Aquamarine, 77 points in diamonds, one of the newer mountings that we have here for you. So it's a really extraordinary mounting that, you know, it's so funny. I've known a lot of jewelers in my day. I've worked with a lot of jewelers. And yet, most of the time, when you're producing jewelry regularly, when gold starts to tick up, and when it reaches record highs, and when it's going up to prices we never dreamed we would see, usually you would think a designer might go a little bit lighter. Everybody else is doing it, right? That's what's so fascinating. This is probably the newest mounting we have. And I don't think we have done a mounting this heavy in 3 or 4 years. So ironic that even with gold, and it's 77 points in the diamonds, and it's a 270 in the center, but it is 77 on the diamond weight. So you've got a lot of sevens wild there. But this is what's so unique is that you really, I mean, think about it. You could have just stopped right there. You could have had the stone in the center with that beautiful, almost like sun ray dial effect in the gold. But then we added another halo. Could have stopped there. Then we added another halo. So it's like 3 different rings, 3 different halos and designs, and the first one without the diamonds utilizes a lot of gold. And I say that all because, you know, we never ever, I say it every day, we never want to cut corners on quality. It's just, you know, I get it. Everyone else is doing that these days, and we all accept it as part of, you know, the way of the economic world now. But we still believe it. We still are giving you quality. And this goes in and really proves that we're still just going to the ends of the earth here to bring you lots of gold weight, give you a bigger ring overall that we know a lot of times these stones, I mean, it's already starting as a large stone, and then you just keep adding and adding and adding. And, you know, I'm not a petite person. I'm almost 6 feet tall. Like, you know, I've got a long finger, and you can see how big a ring that is. It's not a small ring. It's not a teeny tiny little piece. It's not a little floral, a little diminutive kind of, you know, tiny halo of diamond pave. It's really significant. And you have in the center that stunning, you see what it's doing. It's lighting up like the sun is, even though it's blue. Because look how bright that stone. When you get top quality, we're all about the top quality gems, so we're adding the quality diamonds and gold to go with it. And it's not going to be, well, this is, here we are again. We've got a $49.99 piece. The problem is, it's not going to work for us tonight. And the good news is we can give you a benefit here. We can give you a really big moment. I did this for the gentlemen. I think a lot of our ladies were probably sitting back at home going, why don't we get an auction like that? I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you ladies an auction like that. I'm going to make, well, the Tanzanite gents ring started at $4,000. This is even a bigger start price. We're going to make, and yes, yellow gold's fine, and yes, rose gold's fine. So quick mention on that. I wish I had, you know, a lot of people ask, well, why wouldn't you show it in the yellow and the rose? Because we only have the one stone. So that's why I can't make up a separate one. Because, so I realize that sometimes it takes a little of imagination to imagine what the yellow gold or imagine what the rose gold is going to look like. But just know that if that's your preference, and maybe you don't wear white metals, or maybe you just really like the richness of yellow gold, or whatever it is, you have that option, and we're not going to charge you for that. And my goodness, that's a lot of labor. To start to remake mountings in a completely different gold color and then carry that stone over and set it some other way, there's a lot of labor that goes into that. There's a lot of time and money and gold and diamonds that go into that, and yet there's no charge for you. And that's a beautiful thing, so that you can have exactly what you want. So it's not just about quality, it's not just about great value, it's about truly making it the way you want it, so that all your preferences and all your priorities are met. And it's not going to be $49.99 either. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to auction it off. We're going to try it again. We're going to see what happens, because we got the big top of the hour 15 minutes away till we get to that Paraiba and the saddle ring. 15 minutes. You will be blown away. And trust me, the value is only getting better and better and better the more time that wears on here. The value has to be better, because we also have to move jewelry. So instead, that's exactly what's happening here. $5,000 aquamarine in a new mounting, and yet it's not going to be $3,500 to open. It's not going to be $3,000. It's not going to be $25,000. We need to get activity. And so trust me when I tell you, when I say we're going under cost, I'm always hoping that we'll get a lot of bids and enough bids to maybe get close to cost or at cost or meet cost. That'd be great. But I'm going to start under it so we can make sure that it entices you and hopefully titillates you to get on the phone lines and maybe own it and get the best Sierra Santa Maria aqua in the world. Not $2,000, because now we're talking silly talk on a 270 Sierra Santa Maria aqua. But here's what we're going to do. It's not going to be $2,000, $1,900, $1,800, $1,700. I'm feeling like this is the fair thing to do. We did it for the gentleman's ring. Let's do it for the ladies' ring, even though it's a $5,000 ring. We're not going to start at $1,700 or $1,600. Let's start at $1,500 for the ring. And that way, we get it at home. At least I got to believe we do. That has got to be the belief, is that this will have to get a home when there is a bright, beautiful Sierra Santa Maria that looks like that. And then again, to move it around just so you can see all the mirror finishing of that first design that's around, directly around your aqua, is that design with those little, they're like a knife edge. They come to a little point. So it's like a dimensional little look here that you have. It is going to be, again, then another halo, then another bigger, then smaller diamonds. Look at that. The diamonds that are huge are put at the in-between points of that design. Then you've got the outer scalloped edge, all done completely in diamonds. I mean, that is a value. and we have no open, so we will move on. We've got a big opal pendant for you that is coming with the chain, one of our meltdown pieces. It's actually a brooch or a pendant. Do you like this opal? We had an opal earlier. That one's good. Yeah, I'd say that's good. Oh, it's just your average 14 karat plus opal out of Lightning Ridge, Australia. That's here. We'll show that next. 1,500, no open? All right, let's keep on moving. How about this? We just make it a simple, easy deal. We'll see if anybody's out there and who wants it, because if you do, and I recommend the white gold. I think our designers, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They usually have enough experience to know what's going to look best in what color of gold. So I would simply, if you can't decide, leave it the way it is, then it'll be out to you faster as well. But here's what we're going to do. I'll just make it $14.99. Simple and easy. Quick deal. We are about 13 minutes away from our big Paraiba top of the hour special. It's in the saddle ring. It's the blue-green variety we love. It's the signature style, and it's going to be just under 1 carat in size. That is coming up for you in just about 13 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Please make sure you wait and see what I've got planned for you there. But $14.99 on this one for our aquamarine. Then we'll get to that big opal designer pendant that is on the way. I can't wait to show it to you. And there's your aqua. That's a good one. And then don't forget, we had the opal earlier with all the different colors. We're going to see primarily blues and greens coming up next for you. Any questions or requests you have? Sheila, if you're out there, we've got a kunzite to show you. So let me know, Sheila, if you happen to be watching me tonight so we can show that to you. And then we will send a great looking kunzite out the door. We've got Paraiba at the top of the hour. Big trapeche emerald. We have a Sleeping Beauty turquoise. That is still to come. A lot of blues today. A lot of blues, a lot of greens, a lot of tourmaline, a lot of tansy, a lot of all. It's like everything I've had is blue and green, right? Since the, maybe since the, yeah, rubellite at the beginning of the show, and the coral earrings, which, by the way, we had $199 coral earrings that are still here. Coral drop earrings with Mediterranean top quality coral for $199, and they're still here. Here comes the pendant brooch that is gonna fly. And here's why. It's another one of those where we'd probably rather take that stone out, melt down all this fabulous platinum, take that opal, put it on display in a museum somewhere. This has multiple patterns going on, which I think is really special. With the black opals, they oftentimes have different types of patterns. And you see here, obviously, we see the overwhelming layers of color here in the blues and aquas and greens, but then you also see as it moves, it's like a color change stone. And now it feels like we're looking at, I don't know, some kind of George Lucas special effect, like we're traveling through the space continuum here at light speed. It gives you a very, pretty good for a girl who's never seen a Star Wars. Am I right? Wasn't that good? That was good, right? That sounded like kind of somewhat something, right? But here we are. It's 4744, and it's got a little bit of that, yeah, multiple colors and then glittering factor to it as well. So that is really special. Platinum and 18K. And then we've got the beautiful look here with the freeform. It's a 1411 natural lightning ridge opal. We call it freeform because it's not like a set shape. It doesn't have, like, it's not pear, it's not oval. It's a really cool, almost trillion meets pear shape. And then we completely bezel set it. No diamonds in this one, but it does have a pin. So you can wear it not just on the chain we provide, but you can wear it on the lapel, utilize that pin to really wear it anywhere you want. But that chain will come off the piece. Let me show you the chain because it's actually a really good size chain you're getting with it. And this is wild. I mean, that's a big size piece, no doubt. And as you get into a more harsh light like we were up close, well, you saw how beautiful it looked in that spotlight. Look what it's doing in a lower light. And this chain, adjustable, 18 inches, slide that bead to make it as short as you'd like to. We'll show you the length. Again, brooch and pendant. So that's the beauty of it. There's not too many ways you can't wear it. And then here's what it's going to do for length here. It's going to be about 1 3/4 inches from top to bottom, including the bail. And you did see that there's partly that, you know, satin finishing and some mirror polish as well. Here's what it looks like from a distance. This is the fun shot here because, well, you're going to see even more color. And that's because, again, lowest light environment I have is right here. So you're seeing even lower light, which means better color from your opal. So that is a great way to evaluate the quality of your stone there, and the size too, right? The big size that it gives you. We'll take another look at it up close, and we'll get you a big value to make sure that this one can go before our top of the hour gets here and our big Paraiba comes out to play. But this one's only going to be, you know what? I've got the $99.99 thing. That's why it's still here. Now the job is to give it to one of you. So the price is crashing down from $9,000 to half off at $49.99. We'll go even lower than that. It's a mega stone. Obviously, you could get $10,000 a carat if you were, anywhere else on Lightning Ridge material. We do a little bit better. And we're not asking for $39.99. This is one of those values that, yes, the reds are there as well. They're more just subtle, and the way they glitter through the back base color, all natural. That's the host rock. If you're thinking, oh, well, that looks different through the back, that's because they don't polish the back. They don't usually. There are some definite double-sided stones out there. They didn't polish the back of the stone. So you see a little bit of the natural host rock within it. That's why we left it open. That's how you know it's natural through and through. This is not a doublet or a triplet like most of the stones out there are. This is not that. It's not enhanced in any way. It's not going to be $39.99, $38.88, $37, $36.99. We're making this affordable to the point where, once again, you take it for the stone alone as a collector. The beauty of it is this collectible you wear. You wear it on your brooch, on your lapel, on your hat, on your scarf, anywhere you want. There are ladies that sometimes they'll put a brooch on a handbag. That's always interesting if you've got like a textile that you can use with that pin in the back. It's not going to be $36.99. It's only $3,599 today to get that opal pendant with a 14 karat plus that looks that good and that bright and that stunning, and yet $35.99 for one caller. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit of Paraiba coming up, but before we do that, we have Mahenge spinel earrings. The rare, the eclectic, the unusual, the high quality, the high end, the superstars of the spinel world. And yes, by the way, that chain is coming with it. All right, let's talk about this one, a beautiful Mahenge spinel earring. So this is going to be centered post. And let's go ahead and make sure we zoom, because the last one was a little large, right? There's not going to be anything else that big. This is going to be the earring we love with a round Mahenge spinel, which means that pink and red combination, which makes it so neon. Then feels a little bit like that aquamarine, except more maybe firework-like instead of floral-like. It feels like a floral meets a firework because of those big diamonds and the way they extend out from the center stone. They look amazing and they are bright. And that's the beauty of it. And a color that's going to work with everything else, 112-5170. And let's try to make something really affordable here before our top of the hour comes along in about 6-7 minutes. We are on our way. And this is the Mahenge set. It's going to be a pair of 28-point round total weight, so 14 points on each round. In the center, 45 points in diamonds as well. So you get a really good look. Every single diamond around it, very large. I mean, obviously even the smaller are large, if that makes sense to you. Center post, butterfly backing as well in your choice of gold color. Again, we primarily see the Mahenges in the white gold, tends to be the combination that is beloved, but we'll make them any color you'd like for you. It's just up to you. Even, yes, rose gold would not be out of the realm of possibility. Let me just borrow one, show you the length. It's going to be like an overall diameter here that's getting about 3/8 of an inch from one side to the other. It'll be the same going widthwise as lengthwise. And you've got a beautiful look that's more of a button style earring, certainly. And I'll just pop one on here for you very quickly so you can see the size. There they are. So you can just get an idea of what that's all about from a distance away. And I would say probably too large for a second piercing unless you're used to wearing a much bigger kind of round presence to it, but really meant to be a primary piercing type of earring there with that bright hot pinky red in the middle. Let's go back to the wheel and give you a better value than even $9.99. So Mahenge spinels were only discovered in 2007 and were shortly mined out afterwards. So it's not a real easy stone to get. There's very little of it. And speaking of little, there's always little tiny sizes. So like the big spinels are considered the 1 carat. That's usually about as large as they get on average. We've only seen a couple of stones ever that have gone over 2 carats in size. So it's pretty traditional to see smaller carat weights and smaller sizes in your Mahenge, but it's not going to be $888 or $777. I'm trying to make them affordable for everybody, because who says rare stones can't be affordable? Around here, we make sure that they are. And we've got one of the rarest in the world here, and yet a vibrant pink color, pinky red, saturated, so good it's neon. This is actually that stone that also gives you more glow in a lower light. How about $699 instead? just to send them out right now. $6.99 on an earring that has all bigger diamonds. You're getting 45 points in diamonds as well, not 44, just if it matters. 45 is the diamond weight there, and your 28 points, that's going to be your 14 points in those spinels. So that's going to be it. Then we've got Paraiba time coming up in about 4 minutes. Want to remind you, we have some opals to recap. The best value of the day is clearly this bracelet, the Tanzanite platinum and diamond bracelet, which is down to under $10,000 tonight for this bracelet style, which was formerly a great value, but still, we had a $25,000 bracelet here. Can we take a look at this real quick just for Tony? There are people who probably may have just joined us in the last few minutes and may have missed this value. This is the platinum piece with 5 carats in diamonds. I realize it looks like more. It was item number 1125004. There are 3 individual cushion cut tanzanites, all of blue wing block D variety. There's $644 total. It's solid platinum. It's got the insert closure, which you see right here. So you slide one side into the other, and then it's got those figure 8s. So when you actually have it fastened, that's what it looks like, and then you'll lock those figure 8s in place. And then obviously you've got a little button here that once it is locked, and I didn't bother locking it for you, but then once it's locked, you're going to press down. There's a little button here that's actually elevated. Can you see it there? That's where you press to open. So when you press that down, it opens up. And then you've got your continuous bezel set diamonds. But that is incredible, isn't it? And then you have those massive baguettes that are between each of the tanzanites. This is down to $99.99 tonight. A value, you could say that again. It's one of the biggest values we've ever brought. And when you're talking about a metal weight, a stone weight, a diamond weight, it's platinum. It's about 2 ounces of platinum. That's unheard of. And for under $10,000 to get it home. And that's, look at that flexibility and the way it's made, a smoothness to the way it moves so that you know it's not going to catch or pinch. Bracelets can do that. I have literal scars from pieces of jewelry that I've tried on over the years, especially on my wrist, that have literally scarred me because they pinch. We've all been there where you put on a bracelet and it like pinches when you put it on. That is not going to happen with that bracelet. So $6.99 on the earrings. Wanted to just remind you about the bracelet that is still here at under $10,000. It's quite the value. And then we're about to show you our biggest and best Paraiba value that I've ever had. It's coming down to that. It's going to have to be if we're going to move a Paraiba deal, and we will. So real quick before we do that, here's another sapphire opportunity. We had already the cornflower blue and the chartreuse, which was the yellow and the blue together. Take a look at our purple pink here. It's a sapphire, and it's going to be up number 1125650. Mahenge earrings are still here if you'd like them. And here's going to be the 170 unheated sapphire. 170 unheated stone, and it's going to be 80 points in diamonds as well. So glad you're with us tonight. What a fun night. It's a Wednesday night. We're so glad and thankful that you're with us tonight. Don't have a lot of audience, so we get a really chance to bring things down, really reduce prices. Wait till you see what's coming up in exactly 60 seconds. The countdown is on. I'm going to give you a quick 60-second deal on this one. Then we're going to be ready to go with our Paraiba, which is in the saddle mounting, which is going to be an extraordinary value because it's kind of got to be. So we're going to bring you something special you've never seen before, but take a look at this because this one's got to go right now. And it's not going to be, you know what, let's just bring it down because we've only got moments here until our top of the hour, and we're going to make this really, really easy. 80 points to go with this carat 70, but it's an unheated. That word unheated makes such a big difference in your stone, in the value of your stone. Look at that, that's not just a pink and it's not just a purple. It's a mix of those two colors together by Mama Nature. And now let's give you the mother of values here because that's all we can do, right? I got 15 seconds till the top of the hour. I'm going to blow it out. We're going to make what was formerly $59.99. I will make it $18.88 to the very first caller who would like it. That's going to be it. And then we're going to get into the most extraordinary Paraiba value that we have. And we're going to bring it out. And what's supposed to happen is very different than what's about to happen. So we've been talking about this for 2 hours. It is the top of the hour now. We're going to show you right now what is to come, and this could not be better. Welcome into our last hour of Wednesday. The saddle ring has made its way here tonight. It is featuring a stone that, well, is considered the rarest in the world by most. And that is because we have blue-green Paraiba to share with you in a very, very large size. It's item number 1125121. that is happening for you right now. Welcome to our show. Glad you're with us tonight. My name's Lauren. Glad you're with us at TVON. We've got 1 hour left, actually 59 minutes. So this is going to be a quick and easy deal because when it comes to Paraiba, it's basic. It's $70, $80, $90,000 a carat or more. And there are stones out there that are not all of that big a size that are millions of dollars for loose stones. And the problem is nobody's selling them. That's the problem. And if you're thinking, but wait, aren't you going to show one right now? You better believe it. I am going to show one, I'm going to sell one, and I'm going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime and price it like anybody else would an amethyst. That's for real. Because here's the state of the world we live in. Obviously, we know there are exotic stones and there are regular stones, right? There are stones that are available each and every day. Every jewelry store you walk into, there's a whole section of them. They're basics. And they're even rubies, sapphires, and emeralds, tanzanites, amethyst, citrine, you name it, right? All the basics, the ones that people can get readily. Then there's a stone that becomes so exotic because what, after all, is driving that price? That price that every single year I have to get mine reappraised because they jump up in value every single few months now. They're actually elevating in value faster than anything else, including fancy colors of diamonds, including Mandarin garnets. So this is where I'm about to give one away because it's a Wednesday night and we'd like to move some jewelry, and we thought, well, if anything's got the best shot of getting out the door, it's probably the most sought after desired stone. But the problem with it is there's a big difference between wants and haves. And what usually stands in the way is that price point. And that's what we're going to strive to do right now. Now, it's not going to be easy because we've got a nearly 1 carat stone. It's an 89-point Paraiba. It's set in a saddle ring that has almost a carat in diamonds. This is still not the original saddle ring. So for those of you for which the saddle ring is too big or too wide or just too large overall, this is the one you want. This was made by customer demand because so many of you want it a little bit more simple, easy to wear saddle. That's why this was developed. It's in white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. To be honest with you, I have been talking about it for 2 hours under the guise of a value. I don't actually know how big that value is going to be because I have no idea how low I'm going to have to go to do this. But I can tell you this, we've had the ring for $13,999 on the year before. Well, that's going to change because now you could save me some time and some effort here. If you want to call in and you know that's a value, you can take it. But here's what I always advocate. I am an advocate for you, the shopper, the collector, the jewelry lover. I'm that person too. And I just wish there was more opportunity for those of us who are on a budget, who can't just go out and spend millions of dollars, because trust me, a Paraiba like this would generally be millions of dollars anywhere else you shop. We are that place. And if we can't make it, I feel a great, really true burden of responsibility and I would just say, I feel incredibly privileged, yes, but I feel very much obligated because if we're going to be the ones that actually put it up and available for sale, then that's great, but we have to also make it a value because I kind of look at it like the tree in the forest. You know how people say, you know, if the tree in the forest, right, if it falls and nobody hears it, did it really, right? There's that whole idea, kind of that proverbial idea. Well, if nobody takes the value that we put together, is it really a value? I look at it that way. If we can't get this down to a price where my phone lines are just jumping, then it's not a value. I need to make this a value to the point where you've never seen anything like it, and you know that we are motivated on this very moment tonight, on this random Wednesday, to make it a value so somebody, one of you out there tonight can say yes to an incredibly rare ring, to an incredibly expensive mounting. And you don't have to break the bank to do it. You don't have to go ahead and say, can I split it up against like 18 months of time? No, you can just get it and own it and love it forever. And wear it too, because this is Paraiba. It can stand up to daily wear. That's the beautiful thing about it. A lot of people hear about rarity and they think, I can't wear it all the time. You can with this stone. Look at the inside, the finishing of the band, the finishing of the under, where the stone is set. That's still open enough where you can appreciate it as a natural copper-bearing stone, but you still have that platform of gold that makes it comfortable to wear. We have nobody on the phone lines, and that is not of a surprise because it's $13,999 right now, and you're thinking, no way in heck am I buying that ring. Love it, see the value, but this is going to be something you need to enjoy, and you need to appreciate, and you need to see at home in your own home, on your own hand, with your own eyes. That's how you need to see this ring. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that somebody can pick up the phone, dial that phone number 626-626-8700, and in a couple of days, it's at your home, on your hand. And for those of you that said, I've watched 100 Paraibas go by and I've never been able to afford one once, well, here, this could change everything right now, because we have a deficit of time. We have definite pieces to move. This is the one and only that I care about moving right now, because it's a value. And if you're a collector like I am, and maybe the stone has been eluding you, here's the moment. This is it. This is the chance. This is the moment. This is the deal. And I can honestly say, I can honestly tell you, I've never had this value on a stone like this. Never. Never. Never have. Not in the blue-green, not in the 50-50, not in the neon, not in this diamond weight. And a lot of gold to boot, by the way. There's a lot of gold in that mounting. Yet it's comfortable. It all tapers in the back. You can go true to size. It's all really comfortable to wear. If you're somebody who loves a pinky ring, a middle finger ring, an index finger ring, try this saddle. This saddle really, really works on those different fingers of the hand as well, so it doesn't always have to be on the ring finger. Maybe you're already wearing something there, and you want to have a Paraiba in your collection you wear every day, but you want to wear it, just move it on over. And we'll size it so that if you're going, I don't want to size it up to a size fill in the blank, that's going to be too much money or too much extra gold. We do that for you. So it's all simple and easy, and it's all straightforward and really just about getting you the value. It's not going to be $13,000. It's not going to be, it's not even $10,000. I don't know what it's going to take, but we are going to get this out the door. We really have to, we really will, and trust me, if it's the last thing we do in this show, that's okay. It's got to go. Here's what it looks like on. Everybody's anxious to see what it looks like from a distance. There it is, and it's, luckily they made it a size that I can actually, it's a 6.5, so I'm going to move it all the way over to the index finger for you as well, so you can see what it looks like. But that's going to be the beautiful bright color. Look at how it tapers in just a bit here. You've got that little cleft in the middle, all this texture on the side so that it really glitters because all the diamonds are sitting on different planes. Here's what it looks like on a middle finger. Let me give you a look. Maybe it won't fit. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how it's really warm out here in Southern California. We're having our October, well, yeah, October is one of our hottest months. It was like 103 today, so it usually is. I know Halloween, when I moved into my house about 20 years ago on Halloween, and I'll never forget because it was moving day, so it was one of those days you'd like it to be like maybe cool, cloud cover, 68 degrees. It was 115 that day. It's like, I'll never forget it. I'm like, yeah, that was no fun. But again, if you like, we can show you here. I think, you know what, Tony, I was going to try to put it on the index finger. I think I probably needed to be about a 7 for that, but there it is. That's how it would look, just to give you an idea how it would look there, because it doesn't sit up too high, so you can do that. So I like to point that out because it's a bigger ring. It may very well be how a lot of you think about, consider wearing it. So it's not going to be $10,000. We're going to do a lot better than that. As a matter of fact, let's put it on the auction block. Why not? Let's see where it goes. $99.99 should be the lowest. After going through 2 hours and 9 minutes of the show, I can tell you that $99.99 is not going to do anything to help us out here. It's going to sit there on that wheel and it's going to look pretty. It's just going to sit there and look pretty, which is nice, right? Just get hypnotized by going side to side, left to right, just that. Or we can get some action. Let's rev it up. Let's see what it's going to take. You tell me, where do you want to start this ring? Because I can tell you this, our factory made this mounting, just the mounting, about 2 days ago. And when this mounting was made, it was because, gold, diamonds, it's a carat in VS diamonds. They go for about $25,000 a carat elsewhere. This mounting cost us $61.82 to make. Just the mounting without the Paraiba. So we're not making really much money because that Paraiba is a 1 carat stone almost. So if there's nearly $6,200 in the mounting and we're only asking $99.99 with a new drop, that's not going to get much profit there. So then every step that we take that goes below 10,000, below 9,000, below 8,000, below 7,000, isn't that going to be a loss? It just means all the more value for you. But at this point, something has to go. It's better we move something than nothing. So it's going to take some real significant discounts to do that. How about $6,000 to open? How about $5,000 to open? I literally think that any day of the week, I put that up for $49.99, we're probably going to have 50 people fighting over it. Tonight's not that night. Tonight is not that night. So Here's what we'll do instead. I still have $199 gemstone drop earrings that are here. $199 earrings that did not sell. So there's something going on where it's going to take a little bit something different beyond even $5,000 or $4,000. Oh no. So now we're in a real bind here because now I'm saving about $2,200 on the mounting. Paraiba's free. And I don't know of anybody in this world that's going to do Paraiba for free. Here it is on the hand again. One more time, take a look. It's going to taper in the back, true to size. Go with whatever size for whatever finger you want to wear it on, left or right hand. But that is not going to be $4,000 to start. We have now entered into probably the craziest thing that's ever been said on this show, and I've said some crazy things over the last 8 years on this show, but it's not going to be $3,900. Tony, is that what you're doing in retirement? Are you going to publish a book of all the things, all the crazy things you've heard on the air over the years? It's, I remember one of my old directors, he used to have a book of like when really crazy things were said, like, little misspeaks and whatnot from all of the hosting team. It was like, it was recorded and logged on a book. And I always thought, I wonder if he ever did anything with all those little gems. $39.99 is not going to be, let's help you out. Again, the mounting is worth more. Can't be any more transparent about that. The mounting is what the mounting is. The mounting costs a certain amount with just the gold and the diamonds. The Paraiba, I haven't, to be honest, I haven't had a chance to give away a Paraiba before. That's what's theoretically happening right now. There's a nearly 1 carat oval blue-green that is clean. I don't know about you, but with the naked eye, I couldn't find anything. Even up close, looking at the magnified view of this stone, I'm not finding a flaw. How about you? Do you see anything at home? Because you guys are probably watching on screens, I guarantee you, that are bigger than my monitors. My monitors are very small. So if I'm not seeing it, and I don't know, if you're seeing, tell me if you're seeing anything at home, anything in the way of inclusions. Obviously, it should have something in the way of inclusions to solidify that it is a natural copper-bearing stone. But if you don't see them, that's really when you know you're into the best of the best quality. And it's not going to be $3,900 to start, or $38, or $37, or $36. And again, $6,200 mounting, Paraiba, almost 1 carat in size, and we're sitting here with no open at $3,600. Let's go absolutely wild. This is going to be a quick auction, I have a feeling, and who knows, maybe it's a one and done. Maybe it's a one bidder situation. I'm going to go $3,500. It's never happened before. Never on a nearly 1 carat stone, which is exactly what this is. And it is the ideal 50-50 blue and green. They are blended. It's not split. It's not like a bicolor tourmaline where there's 2 different colors. It is a blend of the blues and the greens together at this neon level that are so unbelievably bright and clean and just like nothing else in the gem world. $3,500 to start, shall we? Let's give it 60 seconds, please. Take a look at this. And there is your up close. Let's see what we find. Do you guys see any inclusions? I cannot find any. Again, my monitor's not big. I'm sure you're watching on a bigger screen at home than I am. But look at how beautiful that stone is. And yet so bright, so neon to the point where, look, I just darkened the light above it, just completely created darkness. And there's nothing that's taken away from that stone. It's still bright and clean as ever. And we do not have it open at 35. Wowza. Well, guys, I can only lose so much money in one show. And my expertise around here is losing money. But honestly, this is another level of value. Please do not wait. Please do not hesitate. You've got a money back guarantee as well. So that if that's not everything I say it is and more, you send it on back and there's no loss on your part. That's the thing. The only loss that's happening right now is me losing a lot of money on this ring. That's it. That's the loss. And we have not a one, nada, no verifications, no opening bid. That is unheard of when there's a $3,500 opportunity to get the world's rare. Okay, so we'll move right along. That's it. That's the one. That's the piece. Big turquoise is coming up, though. It's new. Item number is 112-5733. Let's get to it. A lot of diamond weight coming up on this one. Let's show this to you. Turquoise. It is a beauty and literally sleeping beauty, as a matter of fact. But it's bright. It'll wake you up. It's not that green blue. It's definitely blue blue. It's a bright, almost like really piercing sky blue. It's not that lighter blue. There's all different tones of turquoise out there. This is a new mounting for this one. It's going to be 112-5733, and it's a massive 2.5 carat turquoise that is, again, all one solid piece of turquoise. This is not going to be that piece that's got a lot of, ground. They do all these weird things now with turquoise where it's stabilized, reconstitute. That's not what this is. One big piece, have to mention that so you know what's up. You know what you're shopping for. You know the question is to ask if you're elsewhere. This is going to be 76 points in diamonds, and I know we got busy. I don't know if it was that, if it's a delay, if the delay is a little extra. I'm not sure. Guys, if there's anybody who wants to start the Paraiba auction, we can go and revisit it. But I'm going to do this. It's too valuable of a ring. I want to do something, but I know it's going to get me in more trouble. It's a $3,499 ring. Makes sense. Love the oval that's got the more squared off halo to it. That looks great. Here it is on the hand. Yellow gold, white gold, or rose gold. You get to decide. Questions, requests? What can we get them? Oh boy, I don't know if they let me show hoops anymore. You know how I get impassioned about the hoops. I'll tell you what, let's go 0 to start on this one. And who knows what's going to happen. 0 to start. Nada. $100 increments, please. And here we go. Here we go. It's going to be good. Buckle up. This is it. Big moment, and who knows, but I'll tell you, there's something up if you got a $34.99 or rather a $3,500 Paraiba here that is still here. If you've got $199 coral earrings here, something going on. So here's what we're doing. We are going to give it 60 seconds to get it started. Now, I told you earlier that I wouldn't have anything more affordable than $199. That was an all-out lie. I just didn't know it. I would never lie to you guys, but I'm going to tell you something. We may very well have something that is less than $199 because this could very well go for $100. There's no reserve. All we're doing is we've got 100, by the way, so we are going to sell it. Yes, we're going to sell it. We're going to sell it. We got $200. Thank you. $200. We got it. 2 bidders, by the way. $300 back to our leader, who is our opener here. Oh, don't tell me that's it. What? It is? So Susan wanted to let me know was she shopping earlier with us? $400 we have. 2 bidders only, by the way. I got excited, but there are only 2 bidders. Wowza. Welcome in to our 2 viewers. My goodness. $400 is all we have. It's just 2 bidders going back and forth so far. And thank you, Susan. Is it Susan K, by the way? Because I know she's watching. Is that who you have on the line? $500 has been bid. No, it's a different Susan? Okay. Cool. We've got $500. I know Susan tuned in for a moment. Susan K in California tuned in. She said, hey, she was so kind. Thank you, Susan. You're too kind. I think you're a little too kind. You exaggerate. You're exaggerating. 500 we have. By the way, who's at 5? Who's at 5? Wayne, right? Who do you have? Darlene. Hi, Darlene. All right. Well, guys, not exactly a $500 ring, but that's the beauty of it. You get to decide what it's going to be. What, is something really comical back there? Oh, really? Do you want to shout them out? No, not that good. Okay. $600, thank you. Who do you have now? Listen guys, it's not often I get a chance to give a shout out to every single viewer, but tonight's that night. Is it Sarah? Clara in the lead here at $600. Just 2 bidders going back and forth. So we'll see where it ends up, but I have a feeling, well, it's not, and now we are down to 1. So this is very, very insightful here. Apparently all we're going to get tonight is $600 on a ring that is worth, well, $3,500. So that's the problem. We did a Paraiba, got it down to $3,500 open, didn't get the open. Started at 0. It is the way to get jewelry out the door because, again, no reserve, so whatever it goes for, it goes for. So we have Claire in the lead at $600. That is all we have right now. We're going to have to give it a final clock. It's going to go. That is not a $600 ring, by the way. It's got 76 points in diamonds. For the record, that's over 3/4 of a carat of VS diamonds. Diamonds are $25,000 per carat when they're VS diamonds right now. So think about it. That is roughly, what, $20,000 or so worth in diamonds that are all surrounding a beautiful, best of the world quality Sleeping Beauty out of Arizona. So there's a lot of turquoise that comes from far, far off reaches of the world, all different corners of the globe. This is actually, we're lucky enough to have the best in our backyard, so to speak, and this is it. So we're at $600. We have 7 now, though. 700 just got bid. So we have a new bidder that just jumped in at 7. We're going to look for 8 now, and then we are going to still give it that clock. We're going to go ahead and give it final 2 minutes, which means we have 800. So we have $800 back to Clara, and now we're going to give it a clock. So 2 minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and see where it goes. And you still, that's why we give it a clock, counting down the 2 minutes, is you still have plenty of time to jump in. Plenty of time. Plenty. No other bidders. Oh my goodness. Where's Clara calling from, by the way? Never mind. All right, so we have 90 seconds remaining, and then sure, we can bring back the Paraiba. We had a couple people asking if we could bring that back. We will do so. We will definitely do that. We'll bring back the Paraiba for you as well. Like I said, is it all blues and greens tonight? It's like all blues, greens, blue greens. Really cool pieces tonight. Lots of Tanzanites, opals, lots of zircons and Paraibas and cat's eyes. I think, is that the problem? Everything I've shown you has been either blue or green since our rubelite and our pink sapphire and our Mahenge earrings. That's it. Everything else has been blue and green. I just realized that. That is crazy. Wild, isn't it? And sorry if you guys were looking for, that's where, again, requests come into play. If you're just thinking, I really want a Mandarin, you know what? I'll bring out a Mandarin. We'll bring out a Mandarin and pink diamonds coming up. We have, let's see if we've got 45 seconds remaining. I'm going to try it on one more time. Let's see what we've got here. One more time, one more look. There it is. Nice large ring. A lot of presents there. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. So we have 900 over here. And then, okay, so we're verifying that. Let me see. We've got the last 30 seconds here. Who's? Oh, good. How's she doing? That's nice. Has she been watching the whole show? Yeah? I was thinking of her with that opal piece that came out. All right, so 15 seconds remaining. Last call. Do we have 1,000? Let's see if we got $1,000. We are verifying right now. See where it goes. What a piece, what a value, what an auction. What a moment, what a day. What a just good time to get in right there. That is fabulous, isn't it? So this one's at 900. Do we have 1,000? Yes, no? Got it? Sold. Congratulations. That's out of here. So we had a couple of you asking if we could bring this back. We will, and then we'll bring out the Mandarin garnet. But you know what we're going to do here is just, I want to say something very quickly about this. I've got, you know, Paraibas here quite frequently compared to what you would see anywhere else. When you can go to every store out there, and I only know of one retail store called Tiffany & Company that's ever had a Paraiba actually available to retail. Now, it wasn't available to everybody. It wasn't available to the public. It was only available to private clients. And that was a stone that was, it was a 3 carat. It was very cloudy, very included, like a lot of visible inclusions. It was not a blue-green. It was more green. And at the time, this was many, many years ago, they were asking $657,000. Had about 50 points in diamonds around it. So interestingly enough, I liken that here. Granted, this is a smaller size. It's under 1 carat, but just under. That is a mounting that houses a 1 and 1.5 carat all day. As a matter of fact, just the other day, a couple days ago, Monday night, I had that mounting with a 1.5 carat stone. So usually that's a 1.5 carat style that's fitting into that mounting. So just rest assured that this 89 pointer is a light 1 carat, but it's giving you a much bigger visual look to it than that. It also has the 93 points in diamonds. So, you know, quite substantial, but still done in a way that makes it wearable because you put all the diamonds on a surface that sits lower to the hand. It's more of a band style ring instead of a, you know, big over the top double halo. Tends to be, those are considered, generally speaking, more wearable when it's a band that sits closer to the hand and then your center stone in the middle. It looks great. You saw we went from $14,000 to $10,000. Then I got crazy and foolish and put it up on the auction block, got it down to $35,000. Did not get an open. So clearly since then, there have been some of you asking about it and talking about it and thinking about it. Here's what I'm going to do to make sure it goes. We're just going to give you the value. No auction needed. Look at these values. I mean, these values happening in the auctions are crazy. It's going to be easy and simple, and here's how we do it. 35 minutes left in the show. Let us know what requests you have, because it has been a very blue-green centric night, so we want to make sure if there's anything else you're looking for, you can just call us and tell us exactly what you'd like to see, but it's not going to be $3,500 after all. We'll scrap the auction. We won't make it about the competition or clocks or dialing in. We're just going to make it about first caller. So really great value here. Trust me when I tell you, when that's a $14,000 ring that comes down to $10,000 and now goes essentially, I mean, my goodness, how many discounts can we possibly give? When remember, this is that nearly $6,200 gold and diamond mounting by itself. Before the Paraiba is set in the middle, you've got a $6,180 mounting. 2 days ago when the factory created the mounting for this ring, before the Paraiba. So if you paid $6,180, you're getting the free Paraiba. What's going on? How do you actually describe that value when you're not even paying $3,500? You're paying $3,499. Right here and now, first caller who says yes, and any gold you want, and the size you need, and it's going to be right out to your house right there and now. And yes, $3,499 to the very first caller. So if you've been considering Paraiba, thinking about a great value, wanting to get in on the saddle ring, here it is, and it's stunning. This is the complete 50-50 blue-green mix. We'll get to our Mandarin garnet next. We do have some requests coming in. All right, so good news is, Darlene, we have Savorites, and luckily 3 of them. 3 of them to choose from. Darlene, you got it. We're going to show you some Savorites coming up. This is $34.99, and we will move right along. That's going to be here for you, and don't forget the Tanzanite bracelet in platinum and diamonds, also still here at $99.99, that Tanzanite and platinum and diamond piece. Here are our Savorites. So, Darlene, we thought we'd give you 3 options. We're going to start with the classic. We've got a couple others. This one's going to give you some other color with some yellow sapphires on the side, and then we also have, well, look at that, pink diamonds with your Savorite. What a combo that is. So options are always good, and thank you for the request. And they're going to be all good. Well, one's going to be a little under. We figured we would give you plenty of options, not knowing, you know, what price point you're looking to be in or what shape you like. But we did bring out oval, cushion, and pear. So we've got a little bit of variety there. Everything from an 89 pointer here in the oval and the classic halo, which is an 89.52 points in diamonds. You have the cushion cut here, which is yellow sapphires on the side, and diamonds as well. And then here's the pink and the white diamond combination, which is actually going to be the 163 Savorite, and this is the big one, that's the 253. They're all marked down so that hopefully we can help you no matter what it is you fall in love with on that wheel. We can make sure that they are incredibly affordable. And then obviously for those non-requesters out there, if something catches your eye on this wheel, you too can take advantage because, well, they're all going to be brought down to their lowest price ever. And if you don't mind, I'm going to switch these around because we got the big one over here. So I just want to map it out here. We'll just put them smallest to largest. That makes more sense, I think. And that way you can see that one's going to be the 89 pointer with 52. Then we've got the big carat 63 pear shape with the 9 points in the pink and the 60, rather over here. And then we've got the big one in the middle here with the yellow sapphires. Those are really cool tapered baguettes, by the way. They're like trapezoid cuts. So 3 options based on all different looks, all different varieties. Let's make it super easy. Any one of them you want, well, they're all going to be under $4,000, which this is the big one. That's the one that's never come down prior to today, under 10 grand. We're actually making this one $39.99. Then, being that's the next size down, the carat 63, pink and white diamonds, we're going to get that under $2,000. This is open for anybody who would like them. Just be the first caller on the lines. That's going to be with the pink and the white diamonds, carat 63 Savorite, 9 points in pink, 63 points in white. That's down to $1,777. Wowza. And then our most affordable is over here. That'll be the most affordable. That's the 89 pointer with 52 points in diamonds. These are all Savorite garnets, super rare. And that one's going to be only $999. So I know it's a lot to take in, and I know there's all these different carat weights. Here's what I'd recommend doing. Once you found the one of the 3 you're interested in most, you can let me know, and then we can just put that one on the wheel primarily, zoom in, and give you all the graphics. but $9.99 on the left, $39.99 in the middle, because that's the big stone, that's the big cushion cut, and then we're down to $17.77 on the right side when you're getting pink and white diamonds as well together. So how beautiful is that collection? Very nice, isn't it? That's a really good look. So Savorite, 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 but you can even see the different tones of color. So that way, if you tend to like a little lighter or a little darker or something right down the middle, that's really what we have. We have the slightly darker on the right, slightly lighter on the left, and right down the middle, kind of classic, what we would call an emerald green color, which is also what you'd like to get in Savorite, in the middle with the yellow sapphires next to it. So those are 3 Savorites, Darlene, and we'd love your thoughts on those. It's hopefully a nice little bit of variety there to give you some options and sizes, price points, and also cuts and designs. Now, if anybody wants a Paraiba in the same saddle mounting, I do have this one. That is also a Paraiba, but it's a green blue. So you got a little more green than you have blue. Same mounting as the blue-green we had, but we got to get out of the blues and greens. Funny that we got a request, and it's also for a green stone. So this is going to be what's now. I'm truly looking everything I have. Everything I have. Emerald, blue zircon, it's trapeche, it's all blues and greens. I don't know if it's is it a hidden subliminal message that they were trying to send me? I'm not sure. But let's finally, I found something that is going to be a little different here, and something we haven't seen all night, which is going to be bright neon orange. And then we soften the neons. I feel like this is like all, you know how sometimes I think as women, we are entitled to have different looks, like different, you can switch up your style if you want to. And sometimes there's moments to be a little bit more loud and proud, and other times maybe the moment calls for a little bit more demure. This is where I feel like you've got that kind of different personality in a ring as well. We have the really bright pop of neon color in the Mandarin garnet in the center, and then we soften that, but I don't mean soften, like we're not lessing the lesser, it's not lesser quality, it's pink diamonds. You just get a softer color. So we start with the Mandarin in the middle, which is 1125-135. Welcome to the last 27 minutes, by the way, so not a lot of time left if you do have a request. And Darlene, if you have any thoughts or feedback on those Savorites, we would be happy to hear them. And we can always work to make something for you as well. But here we are with a really fabulous Mandarin round. It's a 60-point round Mandarin, and that's going to be part of the private collection with pink diamonds, and that's 8 points. And then we're going to follow that with 34 points in white diamonds as well. But this is very, very special because it's a classic. I immediately think about those of you that own our world-famous Wonder Ring, how beautiful that could work next to it. Maybe you're going to put one on either side, maybe just one on one side, but that would work if you have the pink diamonds or the white diamond Wonder Ring. We've offered both. I know a lot of you own each. So this is a great way to go about that. You also have what is really, truly, watch this for neon, blocking the light ahead. Something just got brighter there. And it's the Mandarin garnet. That's the essence of a neon stone when it's able to be brighter in and under a darker light environment, which you have here. So this is extraordinary, isn't it? It's pink diamonds and white diamonds together. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to do the whole ring for less than $39.99. We got to do it. We got to make it easy, got to make it happen, got to make it affordable, got to make it all the things, even though this is a stone that is anything but affordable. So we've been joking about the fact we've had a lot of blues and greens. We had Paraiba tonight, which there's only one stone right now in this world that lately has been going up with the same kind of intensity and pricing that Paraibas have been, and that is the Mandarin garnet stone. Another rare garnet opportunity, a beautiful bright color that, let's be honest, really no other stone gives you this kind of color. To get that kind of vibrant neon, it takes a Mandarin. Orange diamonds are not this bright. It's true. Citrines are not this bright. There is a special neon quality that a Mandarin garnet gives you that other stones simply cannot. You add that to the fact that it's our brightest and best because it is plucked for the private collection. Then you have the fact that it's also a round cut. That's giving it some extra. And then you put the pink diamonds, those super valuable, super rare pink diamonds around it. I mean, what could be better? And it's not 39? Okay. We're going to just go wild here. Give me a call right now. Somebody's going to take it. I don't know who it's going to be, but I know that everyone's going to be frantically dialing in. It's going to be one of those situations where speed dial, read dial might really help you out here in a very big way, because this is not going to be even $3,000 $2,000 or $19.99 when there are some of the rarest elements in the world that are right here in this fabulous ring. And then Sherilyn, we've got some hoops for you. Are these the same hoops that Tim, you had a customer earlier asking for hoops, didn't you? And we never brought any out. Or who was it? Wayne, did you guys have hoop requests? Did we ever find those or what? Oh, we don't have them. Okay. So, well, we're going to bring out some hoops for Sherilyn. And I'm going to make this really easy. If anybody wants the Mandarin garnet, we're going to make it $999. And then it's time. Then it's time. Hoop earrings are coming up next. I have two options. And the difference is this. One's going to be a 3/4 inch round. The other's going to be a little longer. That gets you into a 1 inch oval. So that is on the way. Sherilyn, thank you so much for the request. Let's get to it. Here are the ovals. This is a beautiful look in white gold, a slight oval look here with the diamonds both front and back. What does that mean? It means inside out styling is here. They do have, this is going to be the version I prefer because of the button release that they have, which is very important. Then we also have a round hoop, which is going to be the same price. So might as well put these together here. Why not? See the difference, because otherwise you're probably wondering, well, where do I go? Which one's better for me? And I'll give you all. I'm going to go ahead and make a very bold statement. I'm a hoop expert. I've been wearing them my whole life since I got my ears pierced, and I've sold a number of pairs, and I've designed a lot of hoops for the world of jewelry for many, many years. And I got to say, it's something I live in, so I don't think there's any better person to guide you on your hoop journey than myself. So here are two of our classics. We're either going to start with 1110366 on the left side of your screen. And I really do encourage, for those of you not named Sherilyn who do not make the request here, this is something we clearly have available in some quantity because it's diamonds and gold. It's one of our classics, one of our standards, one of our ultimate high-level pieces. So you're going to go ahead and choose which one you would like. Now, you've got a slightly different shape, which means a slightly different length. They're both going to be the inside-out styles. They're both available in any gold color you want. And we start with the 366 item number, which is going to be the 117s that you see on the left side of your screen. That is our 3/4 inch round diameter hoop. If you like the look of this style, that's going to actually give you a little less diamond weight, but a little longer in the gold because it's going to be our carat 05. That's going to be 110212. So that will be a carat 05 in VS diamonds in a 1 by 7/8 of an inch. What does that mean? It means it's oval. So you get a choice of here in your 3/4 inch round or your 1 inch ovals, both inside out. I will show them to you together next to each other. So you can hopefully get an idea, not just side by side sitting on a wheel where that gives us very little reference point, but also on the ear, because why not? That's going to make it a little easier. Both inside out designs, which are, let's be aware, very difficult to do. There's a lot of workmanship that goes into an inside out style. I do want to point out the oval shape. If you prioritize having that little button release, the oval shape is the only way to go. This one's going to be the style you just have a hinge and it literally pulls apart and then it latches into place with that locking post. This one's got the little button style. So that means you're going to actually push the button down to release the inside locking mechanism, and then it's going to be secure once you press it together. So this is the way they look from a distance away. First of all, I will show that to you first on the hand so you can see what they look that way, but I think it's most important to see them on. And of course, always a gold color choice with us here with you. That's also important. You can see side by side. So maybe your diamonds are just, they're about the same size individually. I think it really helps to see something behind it. So it's just a matter of you get a little more lengthwise there, maybe a little more narrow in the oval that's on the left side of your screen, and then of course the round. So obviously bigger tends to be, you know, the bigger, longer look is going to give you, sometimes it kind of is a little trick of the eye. It tends to look like more diamond as well, because you are indeed seeing more diamonds at length. But again, that's a carat 05 and that's a carat 17. So your choice of same price either way. Now for the magic moment where I think it's going to really help to see them on is, give me a second, Tony, because I got to take out some earrings here. But Then we'll go ahead and have them on side by side, so that'll give you a really good look. But they're only going to be your choice of under $1,000. We're actually making them $9.99 instead of the normal price, which is $18.88. So certainly makes them a lot more reasonable than they typically are. And I've got them on side by side here. Now, granted, there's a little bit of a difference in the length here just because one is a little higher up on the ear. But you can see there, that's going to be the 105. The one that I have in my primary piercing is actually where you see the 105 total weight. And behind it is actually where you're going to see that 117. So just if that helps a little bit to see how they look side by side from a perspective of further away. So very lovely, $9.99 for either or. So obviously if you're going for more diamond weight, you just go for the rounds. If you like the longer oval length, I'll tell you, you see fewer of the ovals out there. That tends to be a little bit more unusual to see. You don't see as many of the inside out styles done in the oval. Seems like the round is a little more commonplace. So maybe that's how you're going to choose, but it's totally up to you. We'll go back to our wheel, see them close up. White, yellow, or rose gold are your choices. So you got all the gold color choices represented. We love that too. There again are the rounds. That's going to be the 117. And then if you decide to go with the oval, you are getting 105. But how about that? Either way, over a carat in VS diamonds, choice of gold color, really comfortable and wearable earrings, and yet they're very popular right now, as they should be. We're getting to that time of year where we're going to start seeing people a little more often and getting together for holiday events and parties and just getting together, right? That's the beauty of it, is that you've got a chance to, every single day of your life, look fabulous with earrings like that. Yes? Okay, so I showed it once, but I'll show it again here. This is the up close. So when you see the round, all it is, it's a hinge at the base, Sherilyn, and there's no button. So what that means is you're literally going to just pull. That's all you got to do. You pull, it's still going to lock. So when you press it together, press, you'll hear it click, and then it goes right on through your post. So that's how you do it. It's really simple and easy. So that's all you have to do. There is no button on the round. The button only exists on the oval. So hopefully that helps to understand. You literally give them a little pull, and then you literally push to lock it closed. That's simple and easy. And you actually feel it and hear it click when it does. When it hits that little notch in the post, you'll feel it and hear it. So it's like you'll know for sure. And you can't do it wrong because it just lines up perfectly. So there's no wrong way to do it. As long as you hear and feel the little click, you'll be good to go and know they're locked in place. The other one, the oval on the right side of your screen, that has that longer length, that has that button release. So if you prioritize the little button release, you're probably going to go with the oval. If you want the round shape, that is a classic. You get just, again, really simple and easy. They just pull and lock, pull and lock. This is what everyone's been waiting for tonight, diamonds. So Tim, which one are you taking, oval or round? Oval, white gold, what's that? One in white and one in yellow. Very good. What about you, Wayne? I do want to keep track of the quantity. Okay, you're on something else. And then Jess, what did she decide? Did that help? Is she understanding how that works? There's really no extra mechanism. Oh, good. Sorry, I'm listening to you. I heard you say signet ring, and they're ordering a signet ring, and that's my baby here. So yes, I'm always happy to hear when you're getting a signet ring, because they are, to me, the coolest, most important, most personal ring you'll ever own, maybe besides an engagement style. And I'm so glad you like it. Yeah, those are always available, by the way. The ring that, for those of you that are new, the ring that I wear on my right hand every day is a ring that is available here. It's a ring that I wear every day. We do our own version. You can see it's custom because it's one square signet style, and it's 3/4 of an inch, and we make it custom for you with a 3-letter monogram. So you can get that. It's always going to be script, and you can call in and get it for, I think it's $888. So it's item number, I think it's 619, I think. That's either the smaller or the larger, but if you need it, the operators have all the information about it, and you can order it, and it's custom made for you in white, yellow, rose with your choice of either plain. Did you get hoops too? Oh, what were you taking? Oh, okay. Are they new to us, or am I leaving people with questions? Let me know. Am I really leaving you with questions tonight? Am I not doing my job? Let's see. Okay, because if I know I had the question earlier, I overheard someone asking about easy pays. We don't have that here, so I can address that. If you're newer with us, we don't have payment plans, unfortunately, and I apologize for that. We don't. We're just, yeah. We don't operate that way, but yeah, we don't do that. But because I know I had that question a couple times today, I heard that, so I can address that. A couple things we want to recap here. We do partner with a firm. Now, a firm allows you to break payments over time, so we still partner with them. So that would technically be a way you can split up payments if you want to and pay over time, but it's not done through us. It's done through a third party, which is a company called a firm. So you can ask about that if you want to. Here's the bracelet that we had earlier. Still the best value, I think, of the night is the Tanzanite platinum diamond bracelet here. That is so outstanding because it's about 2 ounces of platinum. It's 5 carats in diamonds, and it's 6.5 carats in Tanzanite, and it's 7.5 inches in length, and it's under $10,000 today. It's $99.99. So that still is really the star of our show when it comes to value tonight. Obviously, there have been many, but that is a big one. When you talk about first, just any time you're getting anything in a bracelet that is upgraded to that level, that is in solid platinum, that is done the way that is, and again, I'm trying to get the angle right here so that you can both see the quality of the Tanzanites, but also the quality of the diamonds. It's really important you see everything, and it doesn't show you everything at once. But there's a really good look about this, and yes, bezel set for all around brilliant diamonds. The baguettes are only 6 of them. That's totaling 5 full carats in diamonds. I'm going to tell you, it does look like more than that in diamonds. Yes?
Gwen from Wisconsin wants to say she really enjoys watching you in the show.
Oh, who was that? Gwen, oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. Gwen, I appreciate that. That is very kind of you to watch. And was she shopping for the hoops too there? Oh, wonderful. You'll love them, Gwen. They're beautiful hoops. And hopefully you're keeping them both and just have a whole wardrobe of hoops coming your way. Thank you so much and appreciate your kind words more than you know. Thank you so much. $99.99 on the bracelet, $644 in Tanzanites, and 5 carats that go all the way from this side to the other. When it locks into place, it's one continuous triple row. Here's the other side. Look at that. It's a continuous triple row of bezel set round brilliant diamonds, all latching in the middle. Great figure eights on the side, which you see are on this side. Once it's all latched together, you fasten the figure eights and you're good to go. So that's a very, very important piece right there. So anybody who'd like it, it's $99.99. Okay, and that's still one serious value. Also, along those lines, we had 2 big round Tanzanites. We had a 13 carat and we had an 8 carat, and we also had a 5 carat. So lots of options in blue wing block Ds tonight. Had some great opals in platinum. If I can show you anything else before we go, it's getting down to that time. We have about 12 minutes left. So we do have something special coming up in a cornflower blue sapphire ring. Here it is. This is the cornflower blue in the bridge in a pear shape. That's going to be 1125-2253, and that's lovely. So that's an option and a great way to go. Take a look at this. Cornflower blue started this early on tonight. Figured a lot of people would be thinking about this rare cornflower blue sapphire in the 118 size with the great diamond bridge mounting around it. It's a 1 full carat in diamonds as well. We still have hoops going out the door like crazy, so please go ahead and shop those if you would like to, and we'll help you out with those. We would love to get you those hoops. Sheila, again, last call, Sheila, if you're out there looking for a kunzite, we brought you a great one tonight. Let me know if you'd like to see that, and then we're going to go ahead and recap this one, 1888, to get you a cornflower blue in the pear shape with the bridge of 1 carat in diamonds. That is fabulous, and so we really encourage you to think about that one as well. It's a lot of diamond weight. This is a rarity to get that particular color. It is a very specific color of sapphire that you just don't see, and that's a thrill. So 118, and that's going to be 1888. So we got you great value there. I do have to remind you, there is a Paraiba. It's the blue-green. For those many of you that are thinking about this one, there's a lot of you right now thinking about this Paraiba in this saddle ring. Let me show it one last time, because here it is, and this is the moment where it's got to go, it's got to find a home, it's got to be yours, and that is now we're even closer to this stone to really see what is happening here in the amazing color, the clarity, the neon blues and greens you're getting here in a saddle ring, which is going to be that fabulous look with the great finishing on the inside, and that's going to be here for, well, it's an 89 pointer, it's the 93 points in diamonds. We've said let's forego the auction. $13,999 was, then it was $99.99, then it was an auction. And the auction open kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. And now it is $3,499 to own it. It is $3,499 to own the Paraiba in a major, nearly $6,200 mounting. There is a free Paraiba on your screen. And the beauty of it is you're getting the mounting, which we would sell gladly to you if you called in one day and said, I'd love to own that 93-point diamond saddle mounting, and you really had the stone at home that was perfect for it, and you've been waiting for a great mounting, and you wanted to call, we'd be glad to give you a great straightaway discount and value on that mounting. But you'd be paying over $6,100 for the mounting. $6,180. We've got the whole ring for $34.99. Hey, if you need it for the mounting, why not take it at this value tonight? We'll save you $2,700 or so on the mounting, and you get a free Paraiba. And if you still want to go ahead and take the stone out and put your own stone in, that's okay. You end up with one of the most important stones in the world, and you get that too. So all of that value is really, truly one of our best of that we've ever seen. $3,499. That is it. So this is the one that I implore you to try, because remember, you have a money-back guarantee, and you would think with these values, to be honest with you guys, a lot of times when we have sale events or discounts or big moments like this, we have to ask for a final sale. That is not the case here right now tonight. This is a value that you can take advantage of right here and now. Now, granted, you have to do it before somebody else does because there's only one ring. But that's the idea. If you get it now, I don't mean to pressure you, but it's going to go to somebody by the time this night is over, which is in 8 minutes and 20 seconds. And that's when we go off the air. And calling tomorrow is no good because it's going to sell tonight. We already have now, I have 3 people verifying on the ring because we've been seeing it over and over tonight. No doubt a lot of people are considering it, thinking about it. A lot of you said, show it to me again. The Tanzanite bracelet is still here. That's being verified. You don't want to wait because then all you're doing is running the risk of missing out completely. Don't do that. Because obviously these are pieces we cannot continue to produce. We cannot bring again and again. It's already at the best value. That can't go any lower. It's under our own cost on the mounting by $2,700 with a free Paraiba. You take it for the mounting, you take it for the Paraiba, or you just take it because you love the whole ring and you want to wear it all together. That is what value is all about right there, right now. And 100% the blues and the greens. 100%, Susan. Because even though the greens have more copper content, it's the blue-green signature color like this. She just asked a great question that I'm sure a lot of you have at home is, which is better for collecting? For collecting purposes, is it the blue or the green? It's definitely what you're seeing here, which is really a blue-green. It's not straight up blue. It's going to be the blue-green. Think like that big designer retail store, you know, where someone had breakfast. That's their signature color of their boxes and their packaging. That's what ultimately the signature color of this stone looks like, which is right here. And that's why, again, when you talk about a stone that is highly sought after, this is the color that's considered the signature color of this stone. We know there's purples, pinks, blues, straight up greens, even some lavenders and yellows. They are coming in a lot of colors, but this is the ultimate because that is the signature color that people identify with that gem. So to get it for $34.99 and to get the saddle ring with such an incredible amount of diamond weight is very, very important. So we've got a few pieces left from today. We've had 3 hours, a lot of jewelry. Anything that you'd like to ask about, please do. This is the time to definitely get in what you can because when they're gone, they're gone. The Tanzanite and platinum and diamond bracelet is truly incredible. It really is. And for under $10,000, somebody's got to get it. The bracelet is everything. I know there's several of you considering it, talking about it right now. $99.99 when it is platinum and about 2 ounces of platinum. That is incredibly important. So that's the one. I just can't say enough about it, $99.99, but then again, and the value is just as good here, where that's also one to consider for just straight up value. The mounting, the diamond weight, the Paraiba, everything that has all together in one, pretty special there, and $34.99 gets it to you. We sure hope that you'll try it if you're even thinking about it. That's very important. Truly stunning, bright material that is rare as can be. And I'm not kidding when I've got dear friends with the family who's been responsible for most of the mining of this gem material, both in Brazil and in Africa. And I got to say, they refuse to sell any of their stones. I don't know if there will ever be any new influx of this material in the marketplace again. I really don't think that there will be, because at this point, and there aren't a lot of people that have this material at the ready, but those that do are hanging on to it dearly. They are keeping it with the intention of keeping it for some time, because it's only going up higher and higher in value as they do. That's the thing. If you're automatically, it's like they're dictating the marketplace. If there's not any material out there, then you yourself are driving the cost and value up, right? That's, I mean, part of it. It's a big part of it. So keep that in mind. That's what we've been seeing for years. We're going to continue to see that. And you would probably ask, then why the heck would you be up here on TV not only offering it, but selling it for so little? That is because that's our principle here. That is what we do. That is what we believe in. We are one of the few that have these rare stones at all. So it is our belief in making sure that they are available and possible for you, so that they are affordable to you, so that they are available and, again, attainable. That's the big deal. Available is one thing, attainable is another. They're two very different things. And if I came up here and said it's $70,000 a carat, that would be a lot less attainable than if it's $34.99 for a beautifully finished and incredibly designed ring, and under $3,500 to get it. So that's our last call on the show. Just a reminder, we still have our cat's eye in platinum here. Here's a cat's eye, which is the oval platinum piece. That's it's more of a round, really. I mean, it's right there. It's at a roval. It's at a carat 94. We did have this earlier to start in the very beginning of the show. That was going to be that 194 in platinum with 50 points in diamonds. That one's only $9.99. So some great opportunities still exist here for you tonight to pick up Tanzanites, Paraibas, cat's eyes, and anything else that's blue and green, because that is primarily what we've been seeing tonight. So let us know if there's any questions you have about anything. We'll be here for a couple minutes after we go off the air, of course, to help you out. And let me know if you'd like that one in the platinum for $999. That's an extremely, extremely special piece and a great way to go. And we're thrilled to bring it to you. So that is just another option when there's a good amount there of platinum in that piece as well. So that's very, very important. So I would highly recommend that. If you're thinking about it at all, we got 2.5 minutes left in the show, and we're looking forward to seeing you back tomorrow, Big Thursday. So we'll join you then. And of course, this is the moment to take advantage of the cat's eye. That glow, I mean, it's like a blue color, like a neon electric blue on top of these softer, kind of like a jade green, and then to get the big diamonds that you have, the big pear shapes on the sides, the round brilliance the rest of the way, under $1,000. We got 2 minutes left in the show. So this is it, guys. Time to move and time to get all those pieces that your heart desires here before we run out of time. This is the big moment. This is the big chance. The bracelet is here. The Paraiba's here, right? Or Jess, did you take the Paraiba? Nobody got the Paraiba yet. So 2 final minutes left. Last call, $34.99. You try it, you own it, you see what you think. You will not be disappointed. Take it from me. I'm a Paraiba lover since way back when. So I've been just around this stone a lot and really appreciate the fact that we can bring it to such a great value so many years into this material being completely depleted from our world. So it's a good time to get one, because there aren't going to be many opportunities here going forward to own any type of Paraiba at all. So get what you can. They're fabulous stones, no doubt about it. And if you have, again, any questions, the Cornflower Blue is here. That one I'd highly recommend. And if anybody wants this green Paraiba that's got more green, since we had that question, this is also copper bearing. Same exact mounting. This one's going to be even less money. So here's the difference. You can get the blue green or the green green. And if you want the green, it's even less than $34.99. That one's going to be out number 1125755. That'll be $26.99. So maybe you just want to go. That question's okay. I mean, if you want to go more green and have a more intense copper comprehensive type of chemical composition, you can go here and you can get it for only $26.99. So that's the 2 different Paraibas. You see they're in the same mounting. That's a carat 41, so you're actually getting a larger size on the left, more green as well, and that's going to be down to $26.99 only. So our final minute 45. So again, $34.99 for the blue green back here. That's the signature color. If you want to go here, a little higher copper content, more of that. Still got an element of blue. It doesn't look green like a Savorite or an emerald. It's got a little bit of a blue secondary hue, so it's kind of like, think spearmint color, but that's going to be only $26.99. You get the same diamond mounting. All the graphics you see right now are for that left side of your screen. So a huge value. Either way you go, it's just a matter of options are good. We like those options. We like to see that together. So you get the choice of either $34.99 for the right side and $26.99 on the left. We appreciate you joining us tonight. It's nice to have you with us always. And a big Wednesday is coming to its conclusion here. If there's anything we can find for you for tomorrow, that's when we will be back. And that's, of course, 7 o'clock Pacific time, 9 Central time, and 10 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, I guess that's it. Good night.